Welcome back to the Stupidest Podcast. This is your host, Justin Vandeventer, and with me is the gleaming, the proud, the beautiful, the Rams fan.
The world champion Rams fan, Justin Rademacher.
What's up, buddy?
Dude, I'm doing so well. The Rams won the Super Bowl. Can you believe that?
Boom. Congrats, man.
Dude, thank you. No, I am pumped, dude. I can't tell you how excited I am just to have this second championship. And it's awesome. In two cities now.
I wish I knew what that felt like.
I know. We had one in St. Louis, now one in LA.
Boom.
Yeah. And I look just like the MVP, Cooper Kupp.
You're so proud of that.
I know. If I had a shorter beard, like if I just trimmed it down, I'd look just like... I'd have to grow out my hair, too.
Why don't you cut it?
Because I don't want to.
You could cut it just like his.
Well, I know, but I like it the way I have it.
Well, then you don't look like him.
I do look like him. I'm still keeping it. I got a picture to prove it. I'm going to post it. We're going to get everybody's take on it.
Boom. All right. I'll put it up.
Yep. I already sent it to you.
Yep, I got it.
You're good to go.
So, this isn't going to be like our traditional intro.
No, this is going to be a different intro because we actually just got done recording the episode.
Yeah, we did a collaboration with another podcast called Bewitched Banter. I've brought them up a couple of times on the podcast before. I went to school with Amy, which is one of the hosts, middle school with her, and she told me that she was doing a podcast, and I started listening to it, and I liked it, and we kept talking, and so we collabed with them. I thought it was a great episode.
Yeah, I think you guys are really going to enjoy this episode. We get into a lot of different things. We have a lot of different emotions in there, just like we like to hit different emotions in our other episodes. We hit quite a few in this one as well. Plus, like it's a really fun episode.
Yeah, I had a blast.
And it went a little longer than I thought, but it's all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Plus, I highly, highly recommend their podcast, the Bewitched Banter. Bewitched Banter it's really good if you guys are into like the paranormal and stuff like that. They have so many good stories. They get into a lot of different topics. They're looking for more topics, so if you guys watch it and they don't hit a topic that you thought they would, let them know. Like they have their stuff here in this podcast. You can reach out to them and see what you want to listen to.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say.
I forget what you were going to say too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very good episode. We started the first half of the podcast with our style. We did questions. And then the second half, we went into their style where they tell stories about this and that. And it was pretty cool. It was really interesting.
Yeah, and they actually did it basically the style of our podcast. So we're going to have another collaboration with them and do it in the style of their podcast, I think.
Yeah.
Because the way that they did it, the stories that we went through on this podcast are of comedians.
Yeah.
And so they followed our role and helped us with our podcast, but they also did it their style, which was really nice.
Yeah. We think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So I think that's no further ado. Here's your episode.
Yeah, let's get into it. Hey, everybody. This is Justin from the Stupidest Podcast. I'm here to introduce everybody. We're actually having a collaboration this time. So we are going to introduce myself, Justin Rademacher. We have Justin Vandeventer from the Stupidest Podcast.
The good-looking one.
The decently looking one. Yep.
The better-looking one.
Whatever you want to say.
Fine.
Anyways, the one that has a lesser beard. The one that has lesser facial feature qualities. Anyways, we also have Amy and Krista from Bewitched Banter.
The two supermodels.
The two supermodels, way better looking than us. They don't have a beard at all.
Yeah,
either of them.
They're made for video podcasting. Yeah. We're definitely audio only.
Oh, bullshit. But thank you. Speak for yourself.
So the first one, we want everybody to recognize everybody's voice. So obviously, this is Roddy.
And this is Vandy.
And this is Amy. And this is Krista.
So now everybody knows everybody. I think we should see how everybody's doing.
We should have mixed it up. They should have done our names and we should have done theirs.
We still can. Let's reintroduce everybody.
Yeah, right.
That's the beautiful thing about editing.
Yeah, this
Yep,
is...
exactly.
Yeah.
So.
This is good practice. We haven't done this before, so
Yeah,
we don't
absolutely.
care.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do this again, too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, this is not the first collab.
Yeah, this is the first of many.
Yay.
So, how's everybody been?
Well, it was a rough day, but we made it through.
Yeah?
What was so rough about it?
Well, this wasn't rough for me, but it was very interesting. There were protesters actually outside my office this afternoon.
Oh.
College students. So Amy and I both
For
work
what?
on. Apparently they think that we protect rapists.
Oh, nice.
With the ASUPD. So
Interesting.
that's fun.
Wait, can you give us a little background?
Yeah, I was going to say, I need a little more information
I
on
probably
that.
can't because this is the shit I'm supposed to protect. The brand.
Oh.
But
Just don't use names.
oops, this chair keeps sounding like I'm farting. I swear I'm not.
Nice.
Keep that in the
What
audio.
was I saying? Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, all of a sudden I'm working and like my colleagues and I all here chanting, and there's like 30-ish students outside the front office because I work in the president's building, and they were like, "You protect rapists," and essentially the story I believe is that the way in which that the university police respond to sexual crimes is not helpful to certain populations. I don't know the full details, to be honest, but anyway, they were saying that that's what we do, so that was fun. That was a good day.
Interesting.
Thankfully,
I
I don't work on crisis like my colleague Jerry handles that shit masterfully, but I was there to witness it. It was fun to watch.
That doesn't sound a whole lot of fun, but I mean, it'd be fun to as a
No.
Sounds
entertainment.
exciting, though.
Yeah.
Like,
If it was on TV, I feel like I'd be entertained by it.
Right.
But if it was like right
Well,
outside
Channel
my
15 was there.
Who
That
was?
was our local ABC affiliate.
Oh, nice.
I thought.
How about you,
Anyway,
Ames?
My day was pretty uneventful. I went and picked up trash with my coworkers. We do that like once a month.
Oh, that's cool, though.
That
She's
is,
a prisoner. You guys didn't know. She
Yeah.
got out of Tent
this is
City.
inmate
I do
3157.
my service hours.
You got to do what you
Our
got to do,
video's
right?
Down again.
Yeah, the video's down, but we'll get it back up once the internet works, I guess.
Damn, this sucks. The internet's being so crappy.
Pay the bill.
I know. I actually, it wasn't. I had to go to a coffee shop earlier today.
Oh, really?
Because I was working from home and it wouldn't work.
Oh, no.
No, no.
That makes it tough.
So, what about you, Roddy? What's new with you?
Not a whole lot. I've been working. Today, I just went to the Mall of America, walked around. I did 2 laps on each level, and then I did 2 laps in the center, so I got about 1,500 steps in today, which equivalated to, it was like 7 miles. So,
I was gonna ask, how big is the Mall of America? Like, just freaking huge?
yeah,
it's huge.
Oh, Ames, you've never been? I assumed you might have living in that neck of the woods, but
No, I've never been to Minnesota.
Oh, really?
Minnesota.
We won't hold that against you
we
guys.
looked at it.
You guys don't have the accents, though.
Oh, I've been told I do have an accent.
Oh, you both totally do when I listen to your episodes. I'm like, oh, Midwest boys. Love it.
Well, it's pretty neat up here. I would recommend if you're ever going to come to Minnesota, come during January and February.
Why?
Because it is negative degrees up here right now.
freaking negative 40.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's
Yeah.
freezing.
We're about to get
I'll leave
ton of
perfect
snow.
70-degree weather for the negative 10.
Yeah, it's the
She
perfect
and I both
weather.
left Midwest/East Coast for that reason. We're out.
I don't blame
Yeah. You go up by Roddy in January and February, you could spit and watch it turn into an ice cube by the time it hits the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
you. This morning it was negative 16, and it said it felt like negative
Oh, fuck
30.
no.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't fun.
That's just a hard no for me. So,
Negative 16.
Yeah.
Yep, and it felt like negative 30, so it was windy too. Nah.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
Yeah,
I
especially
don't
when
think I'm
you
made for that.
you like to play disc golf. Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do right now is play disc golf, but I can't. I gotta wait like 2 weeks.
We had
Yeah, I think it was the year in Ohio we had like -20 or -30 wind chill. That's the year I was like, I'm moving. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I should go get a summer home, work a casino down down that way. I'll work the casino up here during the summer.
Become a winter bird.
Yeah, why not? I work with them. Why not become one of them?
Right.
Lots of them here.
That's my goal. Eventually, be a snowbird.
Yeah, I'd love to be a snowbird.
What do you mean be a snowbird? You guys live in Arizona. Where are you guys gonna go?
He is gonna go to the
I
equator.
was in Chicago in the summertime.
You do?
Snowbird. We call the people here who come here for the winter snowbirds.
Yeah, that's what we
they
call
come
them too.
here and then you leave for the summer.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's what we want to do.
So you want to be a summer bird? Is that what you're saying? You want to get out of there during the summer and come up here?
Yes, that sounds like the perfect situation.
There's plenty of people up here that do that. They stay here from probably May.
Yep, and then
May to October, and then
they head
down.
That would be ideal. I just don't have the money to do it.
Yeah.
I just need the capital.
Yeah.
Where do I get the capital?
Yeah.
Hey,
we were hoping you guys would tell us.
In her backyard with all the capital we have.
We could afford a tent underneath of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a tent.
Yeah. And our tent is missing a door.
Yeah, right.
All the ambient noise to your delight.
Yep. It's nature-esque.
So, should we get into this?
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
what about
definitely.
you? We haven't talked about you
Oh,
yet.
me.
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Not much. Work, and more work, like normal. Plowing snow, moving snow.
Is there a lot of snow up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we're about to get another, they're saying 6 inches to a foot on Monday and Tuesday.
Wow.
So.
That's a fourth hard no for me.
You guys don't want to come help?
Situation.
We have extra shovels up here.
Yeah, right, yeah. Plenty of room on my crew for you.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll be inside drinking cocoa with Baileys. Thank you very much. Or a hot toddy.
Well, as long as you guys get some ready for us when we're coming back in, we're good to go.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
We get to leave the summers and you guys can leave the winters. There it is.
Sweet. I'm down.
Even trade.
I'd love to come down to Arizona and play golf.
Golf or disc golf? I'd love
that too.
I actually
that's big here too, from what I understand.
Yeah.
It's getting big everywhere.
It's getting big everywhere. Yeah, my aunt, all the time, like, she keeps reaching out to me. She's like, when you coming down? When you coming down? She lives down by you guys. And I haven't yet. It's been years since she's been asking me, and I think I'm going to have to hit her up at one point, but I think I'm going to do it during the winter. I think that sounds best.
Yeah, we could do an in-person recording.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
That'd be real sweet.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so many technical difficulties, like my internet not working.
Yeah, if your internet goes down, we would still be able to see you.
Well, at least you guys got good cell phone service.
I was going to say, I could try my video, but I don't know how that would work with you recording on the audio. So, anyway.
Well, sweet. Should we get into it then?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to ask the first question if you guys are cool with it. My first question for everybody. I want to hear everybody's answer. So, what has been what is the scariest moment of your life so far, and or what is the hardest time that you've ever laughed?
Who's going first? I guess.
I can go. I'll dive into scariest moment.
All right.
And second, I'll answer both.
Okay.
For you ready.
Awesome.
The scariest moment of my life was, this is really painful to talk about, but I was literally on fire. My right hand, when I was in 5th grade, I was fucking around with an oil lamp that my parents had gotten for Christmas. And, I remember, just trying to like put a napkin through the flame to like show off to like my girlfriend at the time, like, yeah, look at this, ha ha ha. And the napkin had oil on it, like doused in oil.
Oh.
And poof! So my hands, both hands, little fifth grader, caught on fire. And I ran to the kitchen screaming, obviously,
geez.
bloody murder. And thankfully my mom was already at the sink, cooking Christmas Eve dinner because it was Christmas Eve. And, I rushed through and put my hands right under the sink. And then I just remember being in shock. And my dad driving me to the hospital and me screaming with my head literally out the window like a cartoon scene. I'm going to hell, I'm going to hell. And, to this moment, I think I blocked it out, but I have been talking about it a lot more than I ever have in the past, but certainly the scariest moment of my life.
Yeah, I imagine.
Really dark.
That's
Leave it to
crazy.
me to make everything dark. And then hardest time I ever laughed. Oh my god. Okay, so you guys know about poutine, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Poutine is from up north.
Big
All
up
right, so
here.
poutine is about fucking shit. But there's no diners back east in the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And so, there's no diners like there are in the East Coast, but they're on Phoenix. So late night, I was visiting home. It was my sister, her best friend, and the ex, and we're out like late night, probably like 3, 4 a.m. after the club or bar, whatever. And we're like, let's go to the diner. I think it was called Three Brothers Diner, still is to this day. And the fries were so nasty. We got poutine thinking it'd be so good, but they literally looked like doo-doo, like a pile of heaping like nasty shit. And so my sister said
Doo-doo.
something really funny and was like, doo-doo fries. And like, I just remember her laugh because it's hilarious when she's laughing. It's like, and like she wouldn't stop. And then I remember all of us just like, it was the best. Like, to this day, we still die, like, thinking about it. We go, doo-doo fries, and it's just like, yeah. Anyway, it's silly, that's elementary, but it's still like, I have that moment and think of joy.
Yeah. Well, wait till you hear my answer on the laugh, and you'll think elementary again. So.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maturity level here, third grader.
You obviously haven't heard our podcast. All right, you or me, Amy?
You go next. I need some inspiration.
All right.
Don't be stealing people's answers.
So mine's the same story as Justin's.
It included the same people.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Scariest moment was when Gracie almost broke her arm. That was a scary moment for me. Because that's a girl, you've met her, Roddy. She does not cry. That girl can fly.
Baby.
She could fall down like 20 flights of stairs, get up and be like, I'm fine. I'm good. And I can't remember what happened, but she got hurt real bad. And she was screaming, bloody murder, crying, tears rolling down her face. And I'm freaking out because this is the first time. I mean, and this was when she was like 5 years old. I've never heard her cry other than when she was a baby. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, what do I do? I've never, she's never cried. There's something really bad. This is something really wrong. So I was freaking out. So that was probably the scariest because I felt so helpless.
Yeah.
Aw.
So that was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Like, and it's not.
How'd you do that, by the way, if you don't mind sharing? Like, was she playing on a jungle gym or something? Because that shit used to happen at my elementary school, speaking of. Like, the kids would fall off and it'd be like packed sand and they'd like break their arms. Actually, it happened to me. I was one of those kids. Shit. What am I saying?
Yeah, that's actually one of my scary story. Includes I broke my collarbone. So.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Yeah. I'll get into it in a bit though.
She
okay, all right.
I think she was just playing outside and just straight, like, we have a pretty steep hill here, and just straight bit it and rolled all the way down the hill.
Oh, pobrecita.
Yeah, so.
That's so sad.
And then second part.
What made you laugh the hardest?
Laugh the hardest.
Yep.
There's been so many things. I mean, with especially dealing in comedy. But as a kid, I remember, I think I've told this story on our podcast, but my grandma and grandpa came down and we went to the St. Louis Zoo. And they have a train that goes through the whole zoo. And my grandpa, he's a little slow, a little deaf. Not slow like that, but he walks slower than all of us, so he's always falling behind, and he can't really hear the greatest.
He can't what?
Okay. Exactly.
Sorry.
I didn't get that at first.
Yeah.
I almost repeated myself.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do it.
We got there. We got there eventually.
But the train was coming, and they have crossing arms like a regular train. And we're yelling at my grandpa, "Grandpa, come on, come on!" He's like, "Huh? What?" And he's turning around, like looking around, like, "What? What am I missing?" And the train arm comes down and just smokes him right in the head. And the first person to laugh is my grandma. Like, she was bawling, laughing. It was like, oh my God. Grandma, it looks like you wanted this for a while to happen or something, you know? So we are all just crying, laughing. And then my grandpa's just like, what? So, and that story came up for years and years and years.
Oh, for sure.
When grandpa got his head smoked by the crossing guard.
Oh my God.
So, all right, Amy, your turn.
My turn. Okay. So I do have to explain this before I answer any of my questions. I'm terrible when people ask me questions. I forget like everything I've done in my life.
Oh,
I remember, I remember I was at a icebreaker activity for like as a new hire, like as a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, tell a unique fact about yourself, and the only thing I could talk about was I had a dog. Like, I actually have done cool things.
Told me that.
Yeah, I got the pity look. Like,
oh, that's awesome.
That's the coolest thing you've done in your life. But okay, so. Scariest moment of my life. I'm constantly always scared because I listen to true crime. I'm like always consistently like convinced someone's in my house when I'm sleeping. I don't know if this is the scariest because I'm drawing a blank, but it's kind of a funny story and it was a little bit scary. In college, I went to Las Vegas. It was like spring break, right? And I
love Vegas.
And the night before I left, I decided I was a weird college student. I was like making myself like tilapia and like some really healthy food. And I baked it in the oven. And then I land about...
You're making tilapia fucking messy.
Yeah, and eating pickled beets. I was a weirdo. Anyway.
You're a party animal.
I land about... I think it's like 9 days later, I touched down in Indianapolis and my roommate texts me, right?
Okay.
And she's like, I am going to murder you. And I was like, what happened?
Jesus.
She's like, you left the oven on.
Oh.
You were
Amy!
Oh, wow.
And then I didn't, like, obviously, I think I was 20. I knew nothing about utility bills, how that worked. And so I told one of my close friends that I had left the oven on. I'm really concerned about our electric bill.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing of your concerns.
Yeah, and 2 weeks later, I get a voicemail, and it's like, "Hi, we are calling this Holt, and we just want to tell you have a bill that's over like $2,000."
Oh no!
And
just for the oven? Wow.
My friend, my roommate is in the room with me and she's hearing me listen to this voicemail and like all the color escapes my face, right? I'm like white and I walk to my room and I just start crying and I call my mom and I was like, I have something to tell you. And she thinks I'm pregnant. She's like, just tell me, Amy, just tell me what's happening. And I had to like tell her that I had a bill that was $2,000. That was probably the scariest moment, calling my mom and telling her that. And then I ended up
probably so goddamn relieved. Like, hey, thank God. Her mom's
I think my parents would have rather heard me that I was pregnant.
My parents were... My mom was relieved. She's like, we'll figure it out. We'll get a payment plan. You're not pregnant. Life is great. And I
was going to say, that goes from a $2,000 bill to a $100,000 bill.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah, and I called
$100,000.
Yeah.
Anyway, I called the utility bill company. I can't even talk because I'm crying so hard, and it takes me forever to get like my number out for my account.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lady on the other line had to be like, "Ma'am, I think someone's pranking you. Like that was a prank call. Your bill is like $100 for the month."
Oh,
That is such a relief.
that's
Was that Caitlin
funny as
who
hell,
did that to
though.
you?
That's a good
It was
prank.
it was my guy friend Seneca. So that was
Oh,
a serious moment, but it's up there.
that's a good prank.
So fucked up.
It's a really good prank.
We need to get in contact with that person and have them on our podcast.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know it
Man.
was evil.
Yeah,
I think it's
for
great.
sure.
I think it's great. That was-
Yeah, I mean it's great, but I just feel like the dumbass who left the oven on for 9 days.
and,
Yeah.
and believed a fake bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say 2000 sounds so steep for
Yeah, I was
an
like,
oven.
oven.
Yeah.
I thought so too. I was like, man, well, gas must have been really high at that
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Well, especially we've actually had to do that at our apartment. Where our heat went out.
Yeah, I
for a
remember
little
that.
while.
Yeah, I
so
remember
that's how
that.
we
What?
heated our apartment for like 2 weeks.
And I'm sorry, you said it's negative 26 and you had no heat.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was negative 16.
Yeah, it was
that
negative
year,
6.
too,
Yeah.
Because it was Christmas when it
Okay.
happened, so we were like,
I remember I offered you to come stay with me for a while. you
yeah. And all the people at the apartment, the managers, they're like, here's a heat lamp that you can put in your room.
know? Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
thanks.
gosh, no.
Thanks, I guess. Yeah, so
That's-
we just did the oven
A
thing.
heat lamp?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with that. That's what happened to me. Well, no, I had an oil lamp, but still.
Yeah. Well, I asked them for an oil lamp, but then they told me your story. So I'm like, oh, no thanks.
Yeah, because they heard all about this little 5th grade girl from Connecticut
Yeah.
who caught herself on
Yeah.
fire.
Let me tell you
The
this
break.
story.
Yeah, they saw
in
it
the
on
shed.
yeah, they saw it on YouTube.
Oh, and then my funniest moment. That I also think that's a hard one.
It is very
I've
hard.
had so much. I've definitely had the moments where like you pee your pants because you're laughing so hard.
Yep.
I think mine would be the one that comes to top of mind is me and one of my best friends from home. Her name's Amy as well.
That's,
we
that's
had
an interesting
been-
last name as well.
Yeah, it's as well.
Jeez.
As
Sorry.
well.
She's got a great ass.
After this,
But
can I get her
she-
number?
Yeah, no kidding.
We had been like day drinking and like went out all night, and I remember it was like towards the end of the night, and she fell over, and like a bunch of people ran over to help her up, and I just remember I'm probably not going to even tell this in a very good way, but she was like, I got shit to do today, like as they were like helping her up, like I don't know, and we still say that today.
That reminds me of the "Ain't nobody got time for this" lady a little bit.
That's actually what
Like,
was kind of
maybe she was ahead of her time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like funny. She was just like blackout drunk, pretending she had like a to-do list.
I feel like I've been in that spot where you're just like, I gotta do this. No, you can't do anything right now. Just sit down for a while.
Too many times.
Yep. All right, is it my turn?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right. So one of the scariest moments in my life is I was playing football by myself. Right. I know, it starts off really scary, and
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah. So I'm
Sounds like you had a lot of friends.
I'm about 10 years old. I'm playing in a park by myself. I'm kicking the football around. And you guys have seen Charlie Brown, right? Where Lucy's Lucy's holding the ball for him, and he goes to kick it, and he goes flying backwards and lands on his back. Well, I did the opposite Charlie Brown. So I went to kick the ball, and I kicked the ground, and I fell forward, and I landed on my collarbone, and I didn't know it was broke at the time. Yeah, I didn't know it was broke at the time.
You were really athletic.
Yeah, I
how do you even get up?
well, I got up,
Oh,
and
God.
it took me a while to get up, but it was just me and this
Oh,
old
I remember
lady.
this story.
Yeah, there was this old lady with her granddaughter at the other side of the park. So I started walking over to them. I'm crying because I didn't know what to do, and like I could
Sure.
still maybe walk home because like that's what I normally did. I just walked to the park, played, and walked back home. But it was too far. I didn't want to. I was in pain. Like I just wanted to go see this lady, and I'm like, can you help? My shoulder really hurts. She grabs her granddaughter's hand, turns around, and walks the other way. Like doesn't say a word to me. And I'm like sitting there. I'm like,
was your bone sticking out?
No. It was. I was just a crying kid, and she didn't want to deal with anything. I guess.
What a bitch! Like you said. Oh my god.
Oh, I've used that word. Grandma. Yeah, I've used that word towards her. But yeah. So, anyways, I ended up walking home, and I was talking to my mom, and I was in a lot of pain. Like I could hardly move, like without my shoulder just being throbbing pain. And my mom didn't think it was broken, so she's like, "Oh, it's just bruised. It's just bruised." So then finally, 2 days later, she brought me into the hospital, and it was broke. So, yeah.
2 days broken.
Yeah, I told her, and she I had to skip school and everything. Like she didn't want me to skip school. She's like, "You're just faking. There's no way." And yeah, I was in pain. So
okay, what was that noise? Did anyone hear that?
Yeah, that's the loon.
Yeah, it sounds like a warrior cry.
Yeah, that's
an owl.
That's a loon.
That's a loon. That's our loon clock in our studio area here.
Yep.
Oh.
People hear it all the time and comment on our podcast about it. They're like, where do you guys have a pet loon in your? We're like, no, goes off every hour.
Yeah, but it's the stupidest podcast, so we're like,
I leave it in because people actually like it.
So those of you
people guessing what it is.
Yeah, so those of you listening,
random werewolves.
Those of you listening from the Bewitched Banter, that's the loon clock. That's the famous loon clock.
Yeah, when we build our actual studio, I think I'm taking that thing with us
for sure. I think it should be included. All right.
Maybe
anyways,
we should have an intro.
Yeah, we should.
That's what we should do.
Dang, we need to do that. That's the next thing.
Our creative.
Yeah,
yeah.
We're gonna get some creative ideas from you guys. That's actually the whole point of this podcast was to get ideas from you guys. So
steal our shit.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you. See you later.
Damn, we got duped.
I actually.
So should I do my?
Oh, I was gonna say I actually have one more thing for the scariest thing. I'll do these really quick, but I actually found out that another scary moment I had. I was working one day in an elevator at Target Field,
and you found out you were pregnant.
Nope, I didn't.
Dang it.
No.
That'd be terrible.
Ooh, good luck pushing that baby.
Yeah.
Fellas.
Yeah. No, I had some chest pains, so I didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, oh shoot, like this isn't good.
Heart attack.
Yeah, no. So I wasn't really worried, but then I was driving home and it was getting worse. I was like driving home and I'm like, oh man, this is to the point where I like don't even want to drive. Like I just pulled over to the side of the road and I like wanted to figure something out. Ended up going to the emergency room and I almost had a collapsed lung.
What?
Yeah,
God.
Yeah, I have a hole in my lung.
Jeez,
apparently.
I've never heard this story.
Oh, really?
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so I have like a pin-size hole in my lung. So like, yeah, it's like still there, but there's nothing they can do about it. So it's just there. So it's just
what the hell?
Yeah, potential to collapse.
What caused it?
But like,
they don't know. Yeah,
I have so many more questions.
Yeah, to be honest, they didn't give me any answers. Like I had all of the questions you guys can think of. Those are the questions I asked, and they couldn't answer any of them. They're just like, yeah, you have this pin-sized hole in your lung, and
they can't patch it up or anything.
They said they could, but it wouldn't be worth it. What? Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it, and it'd be like.
What do you mean it wouldn't be worth it? There's a hole in your lung.
Well, yeah, but like it would be like a lot of work. Like the risks wouldn't outweigh the benefits. Like because it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's not doing anything. I just have basically the only downfall is that I have a higher. Well, I have a higher chance of having a collapsed lung if anything were to happen in a case like that. So
damn, you should probably not leave the house.
Well, no,
we got him in bubble wrap right now.
Yeah, he's like in one of those. He's the bubble boy.
Bubble boy,
little ball.
Yep.
Oh, that's what a sad life.
But yeah, that's all I got for that one.
That's not all you got. That's crazy. You're like, oh yeah, I casually got a.
That's it. No big deal.
That's it.
What about funnies? Funny haha.
Oh, funny. I forgot about that part. Oh yeah, it was the immature one. Okay, so I was playing video games with my uncle as a kid, and we're playing in my room. I have one of the smallest rooms you can ever think of when I was a kid, but I loved it. Like I just had, it was basically my bed, my dresser, and that's all you could fit in there. Like,
And your uncle.
And my uncle. Well, we were on my bed playing video games with my TV, I guess. I had a TV in there that was probably 19 inches. So, anyways, we were playing.
How old is your uncle?
My uncle's only 3 years older than me.
Okay, that's why I figured it was that uncle.
Okay.
So
I should have
That
said
makes
that.
sense.
yeah, it started out really creepy. Me and my uncle were alone in
Yeah, I
my
was like,
room.
wait a minute, I'm
Yeah.
really worried here.
We were shirtless. No.
He called it
You're
tickle time.
wrestling.
He called it tickle
Don't
time.
Yeah.
worry about it, you're just wrestling.
We were just wrestling.
He told me to never tell, and here I am telling everybody.
Yeah. He went to prison.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was great. No, anyways, no, we were playing video games, and all of a sudden he just starts laughing, just kind of like giggling. He's like, I'm like, what is that? He does it again. I'm like, dude, that is like weird.
And creepy.
Like, yeah, weird and creepy. You got to stop that. And so he like kept doing it, and he like, but like the reason he was doing it was he kept having these silent farts. And so I'm like, okay, like what is going to happen? Because he had like a blanket around him. He lifted the blanket up.
The old Dutch oven.
It was the worst smelling Dutch oven I've ever smelled in my life.
Oh.
We
I mean,
cleared.
thankfully we all haven't been there
Yeah.
time or two, but
Yeah,
oh man.
we cleared my room. We cleared the basement because we just didn't want to smell it. But we were laughing so hard that I can't remember a time that I was laughing harder just because of how disgusting it was. But
Jeez.
Why are farts so funny? Like, I think poop and fart jokes will always be hilarious.
yeah,
And it's so dumb, but like, they're just
they're the
funny.
best.
And I don't care.
Yeah,
They're classics.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
they're,
feel like nothing's funnier than a fart.
well, I don't think they're the best joke. I think they're number 2.
What's the best?
Yeah. No, it was a poop
Did
joke.
you not get the joke?
It's a poop joke.
Clearly I didn't. Oh my god, Rob. Got it.
He took a
Got
number
it.
2.
Oh, I know.
If I
I'm
have-
good.
If I have to answer your question, P would have to be the number 1.
Oh my god, I feel so. Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
Roddy is known for being the number 1, the king of dad jokes.
Yeah, I have so many dad jokes. So if you guys want to hear those, and then if you want to hear
Amy
like my
loves her some dad jokes.
yeah, and
Let
if,
me tell you.
and if you want to hear my more like raunchy side, those are my naughty Roddy, is what I call
Oh, after dark.
them. Yep, after dark.
Yeah,
I love it.
They're solid PG-13s.
Wait, Amy, I'm gonna put you on blast. Pun intended for your fart blast off story.
Okay.
Hmm?
You're gonna put me on
When
blast.
you first met Corey, your first date.
Oh.
Oh, when I
It's a fart
farted-
story.
Oh, it was like me and my husband's second date, and I farted and pretended I had like rocket powers, and somehow he still stayed with me.
That is well. That's probably the reason.
That's
Like,
great.
if that ever happened, yeah, yep.
That's a
Fine.
keeper right there. That's any guys.
There you go.
And you guys hot night,
Yep.
hot dream.
Yep.
Women, are you listening?
Yep.
How'd
That's
you know?
all it takes.
There you go. How'd you know she was the one? She farted and said she had rocket power from it. It
Yep.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was true love.
Yep. She had a twinkle in the gassy air.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was letting my freak flag fly. I guess it worked.
Yeah, for sure.
Eh?
Gotta let it all out, baby. You can't handle this jelly. Get the fuck out the jar.
Nice.
I like that saying. I've never
Yeah.
heard that. I like it.
Should I ask my question now?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So let's all pretend heaven existed, and you find yourself at the white gates, and God is in front of you, okay?
Okay.
And he or she, or should I, if I want to be politically correct, I can say they, give you a compliment. What would their compliment be?
What would their compliment be? Who wants to answer first?
So God's giving you a compliment, and like
Yep.
you just died, and now you're there, and he's going to give you a compliment. So, should we change the order?
Sure.
Yeah, switch it up. I need a hot second here. Because honestly, I'd like to switch it from they to sexy Jesus.
Oh,
It's
yes.
telling me something nice.
Sexy Jesus isn't there waiting for you.
Sexy Jesus is there waiting
It's just
for you.
God.
Okay.
Well, I don't want the God of I want sexy Jesus.
Jesus didn't make the cut in heaven.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Well, Roddy, you went
so much
last.
for that myth.
Do you wanna answer first?
Oh man, I don't know if I have an answer, but I'll try. How about nice penis? I'm just kidding. That's not my
That's
answer.
a great one.
I don't think you can lie in heaven.
I don't like that.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
mean. Low blow.
That
Below
was-
the belt.
Literally below the belt. No, I don't know. I'd say if he were to give me a compliment, maybe like you treated everybody.
Hold on.
Oh.
I think we lost him.
Oh, I can hear you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, but we lost Amy.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, hold on. Amy, you back?
Aim.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
There you are.
There we go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not your fault.
It's not the first time that's happened here.
No, that's happened before.
Did I miss any answers?
Nope.
No. I was just giving my answer. I'm just gonna say like you treated everybody kindly. I feel like I'm a nice guy. I treat everybody as nicely as possible, even if it's like a rude guest or whatever that I'm dealing with. But I'm always able to turn it around, and they come in mad and they leave smiling. So.
Aw.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm good.
I like it. Is it hard to compliment yourself?
It is, yeah. That's why I was going with the joke and talking about the penis thing until I had an actual answer.
and I had to
Yeah, I
Just,
thought that would be,
Laziness.
Yeah, and then I set
I thought this
myself
one would
up.
be hard because you have to talk about yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in a positive way.
Yep.
I'm good at it. I'll do it all day.
He's really good at complimenting
Okay,
himself.
narcissist.
Is that what God's going to say? You're really good at complimenting
You're
yourself.
really good at that.
You're really full of yourself.
Sit down, sir. We got a lot more to talk about. All right, Krista?
All right. It is tough. Because I'm notorious, Amy will vouch, for being so cruel to myself. Let's see. Working on it. We're getting through this hump. But anyway, okay, so if I'm at Sexy Jesus, he would say, let's get it on. No, I'm just kidding. If
I should have went with that. Dang it. I think he would be into me.
if God told me something, I would hope it has to do, it's similar to Roddy's, where even though I'm a very spirited individual, and sometimes I let my passions take over in a negative way, I would like to think that he sees that my heart is like, it's always in the right place, even though sometimes my just pure like feels like get in the way of me doing things well sometimes. So yeah, having a heart of pure gold, I would hope.
Yeah.
Instead of really just thanking me for being a good soul is what I would hope.
Yeah. No, I think that's
judged on.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Because I mean, obviously, everybody sometimes like lets their passion get in the way, but overall, I feel like you're right. Like that would be a good answer. Like overall.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, like I'm a wildly passionate, but also flip side, wildly insecure human being, and unfortunately, sometimes the insecurities, take a hold, and it comes out in the passion of how I feel about something. It just becomes off not the best way. So I, just want to be. First of all, I want to be forgiven for those sins. I guess I would have been if I made it to heaven. So,
yeah.
But second of all, yeah, it's like my soul is pure. At the end of the day, I hope that's what
they
see.
Yep.
The internet's working again, by the way.
Nice.
Yay! I'm gonna hop on this video.
Yeah.
Yay, we can
Now
actually see each other. Okay.
Please don't cut out internet.
Oh, wait. This one went down. Okay.
Oh, I thought you
Don't
lost
tell me
me.
cut out right when I'm getting on. All right, who's next?
All right.
Mandy.
First off, I would tell him I didn't think I was going to get here, so I'm not really prepared for this question. So,
You didn't have a speech prepared.
yeah, I would. I'd tell the other people
Your
in line, I'd be like,
acceptance
"Hey, can you guys come up here and answer this first? I got to think about this one for a bit."
And then you pull out a little note card. You're like, anyways.
Yep. My time to shine to talk about myself.
Bullet point 99.
Yeah. I just pull out a list and it just goes down the stairs.
It's a scroll.
I hope he opens up the gate. He's like, "Get in here, you funny SOB. We've been waiting for you."
Aw, I like it.
No, go speak English.
Yeah. Get on stage. Come on.
That sounds fun.
You're up next. Norm just got off.
Yeah.
You're next.
Then it's Sexy Jesus.
Yeah, then it's sexy. Yeah, he's after you.
Sexy Jesus better be up next.
Yeah, I'm not following Magic Mike. I'll tell you that right now.
Don't mention that right now. Anyway.
I think he just I don't know what he'd say, to be honest.
Recording in progress.
Ooh.
We're recording the video.
Oh. You're being spied on.
I hope we're
By the
recording.
bewitches, beware.
This hasn't been
Beware
recorded.
of the bewitched.
Roddy, put your shirt back on. To be honest, I think
He'd probably say nice hat.
yeah,
Look
good
at his
hat collection.
Look at his hat. You see it?
I love this hat. This is one of
What's
my
it called? A
favorites.
Scully?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you want me to help you out
Yeah.
Yeah.
with your answer? You'd probably say you're a good dad.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be.
That's kind of where I was leaning. I think he'd say that the best thing I ever did in life was probably being a good dad.
There you go. I helped you out.
So
I'm the sweet one of the group, guys. I'm very modest.
I hit both ends of that
We-
scale.
we need the sweet one. That's okay.
Meanwhile, she does not like lovey-dovey, and I'm all about it, obviously. It's interesting dynamic. But...
Nice. All right, Amy, how about you? What would you
Yeah, you got to answer
I
your
think
question.
God would be like, wow, how could I make a better human being than you?
Oh,
Like,
There we
wow.
go.
Yeah, don't hold back.
Yeah.
he'd be like,
There she goes.
I peaked when I made you.
Yeah.
Like, I knew after that, it was like, shouldn't even try anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, there's Gandhi, and then there's Amy.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, look at that ass. It looks great.
Oh my god.
Spared no parts on that one, huh?
I thought what,
Yeah.
I thought what God was gonna say to Amy was, "Hey, nice penis."
Oh.
Okay, so we have a joke in our family. Basically, it's like me, Amy, and her husband. I'm their child. Essentially, that Amy has a she-go. We talk about how her dick would be so goddamn
Nice.
Yeah, they do like to tell me that.
Nice. That's awesome.
We say the same thing to Roddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
BGE.
I would like that
Amy
to be me. I think, though, seriously, what he would say to me. Well, first of all, I'd be like, "You didn't believe in me. Like, screw you."
So
But I'd be like, "Oh, thanks for
Oh,
forgiving
God
me."
would say that too. Yes.
Well,
Okay.
I guess God probably wouldn't say "screw you." I'd say "fuck
Yeah.
you," and then
I thought you were saying that to God before he complimented you, and you're like,
I forgot.
First
that,
you didn't
I
believe
forgot
in
that
me.
you're like atheist.
yeah, and then I think it probably it's kind of cheesy and echoes what everyone else says, but I think I have like a kind and caring heart.
"Yeah."
I don't always show it, but I think that would be God's compliment.
Nice.
There's a diamond in the rough. I swear, you guys. I've seen it. I've been blessed to see it.
Nice.
several times.
Several times. I've seen it once.
It was June
Maybe
of
two.
19.
I can list
No,
one
there
and
was
a half.
one day this summer, I think it was this summer, we were really stoned and I don't know, on gummies, really good gummies. I don't know what the fuck they were, but they were really happy pills or whatever, happy breed. And she was being so lovey. I was like, what?
I
Nice.
have to use most of my like being nice at work. Does that make sense?
No, that 100%. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So
and
you
so when I
stop-
get home, it's like I've been nice enough for 8 hours. I'm
It's time
done.
to release the fury.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I got to be real nice at work because I deal with. I'm a casino host, and so I got to deal with a lot of the high rollers. So I have to be nice when sometimes they're not nice.
This dude gets to go
You
sit
deal
on
with
the
some shit in
on the field.
hospitality. Oof.
What was that, Justin?
This dude
That
gets
would be
to-
hard.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets hard, but I mean, for the most part, it's pretty easy. I like it.
This
Mm-hmm.
dude gets to sit on the field at the Vikings games. They bust down to the Vikings
Oh.
game.
Yeah, it's
He's
pretty
on the
neat.
field at the Vikings games, and he's not even a Vikings fan. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, give me your
I know,
suit and
listen, what-
tie.
Wait, explain a side note real quick. Hard right turn for a second. Why are you a Rams fan?
So I've been a Rams
Or
fan. Yeah, I've been a Rams fan since I was like 10 years old. I was watching a game with my stepdad, and he's like, well, what team do you like? And I really like the Rams Horns. And like, it was the year after that, like, they won the Super Bowl. So I'm like, well, that's my team. So I started playing Madden with them. I started following them, and they didn't do anything after that Super Bowl. So I had about 13 years of nothing, but now they're good again. So that's how it started.
Yeah,
But
you won.
yeah, we won this year, and oh man, am I happy. Cooper Kupp. I look kind of like Cooper Kupp with a shorter beard. Like if I go like this,
You
I kinda
wish.
look like
Oh,
him.
I can see that.
Yeah, see?
I
You
can
see?
see that.
I don't know who that is because I had to ask who the Vikings were.
Oh yeah. Well, the
That's why I
Vikings.
was laughing. I was chuckling.
Yeah, the
Like,
Vikings.
Oh, Ames.
Yeah, the Vikings are the
Well, I'm a Giants
Minnesota
fan.
football team.
Ames, so you feel bad for me. Just feel bad for me is all I can say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Are you what fan are you?
New York Giants,
Oh, okay.
which Amy thought I was into San Francisco baseball when we first met. So, speaking of,
Yeah,
I don't
the
do
San
sports.
Francisco Giants instead of the New York. Yeah, yep.
Did you guys play any sports in high school or?
Yeah, I played tennis and then
So
I was
no-
in cross country for 2 years. I don't know what I was thinking. I hated running.
well,
I like
there's
literally
two-
hated it.
I hate running. What sport can I get into?
Yeah, like let me torture myself. today.
Right.
Like, you know what sounds fun? Like Indiana Heat, running in like the hottest part of the day.
for
for
long
miles
distances, for
continuously.
really long
Yeah.
distances.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
funny.
God. Yeah, no, I played field hockey and lacrosse, which I absolutely love. And no shocker, I was called once malicious by a ref. Got red carded.
Oh, red
I can
card.
see that.
That's the
Yeah,
one you get kicked
that was-
out.
I think it was field hockey that had happened. Was I may have swung the stick a little too spicily.
That's the passion. That's the passion you have.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is.
Mhm.
Always have had a fire in my soul.
Yeah.
I tell you, sometimes it comes out not for the good.
All right, my
What
turn.
about you guys?
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
I played football and baseball. I
Okay.
wasn't very good at either of them, but I played and tried, and I had heart
Sure.
and passion. But
Yeah, that's all that matters.
yeah, and
And
then
like the team, the
I got
camaraderie.
the
I love that shit.
yeah, and then I grew up
Mhm.
to be the guy that looks like the guy that won the MVP in the Super Bowl.
You did.
So, I mean, I got that going for me.
Except Jesus.
You should just do like a meme and say you're him.
Oh,
Or, like,
I
you
got
know.
one here. I'm going to show
Oh
you.
dear.
You guys
God.
aren't going to be able, like, everybody listening to the podcast, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to show the ladies, and maybe we'll post it.
I'll if you send it to me because you keep saying that we'll post things and then you never send it to me, so we
I'm
can never
terrible.
post it.
I'm sorry. I try.
For
Oh,
me,
you guys are like across from each other, huh? From what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm like
literally.
looking right above you guys to see.
Tommy's right
See,
there.
we need the same stuff that we need to do with our lives. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's easy because then I like have the mic here, and then I can look at everything like
Mm-hmm.
it's just a line.
Yeah, it's better.
Man, I can't. Find
I'll figure that out in my
I
next
played
apartment life.
I played football, baseball, and I wrestled in high school, and then I played
Okay.
football and baseball in college. And
Cool.
I tried to take. Did you actually do look somewhat like him?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I do
totally.
see it.
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
That's me at I was at the Viking Stadium while I was working at the casino, so I was getting paid in that picture. Pretty neat.
Oh my god, I love it.
But yeah, we'll post that one. I'll text it to you right now. So we
All right,
got that.
there.
And if
He wants it to be known.
if you guys want to post it, you don't have to. But
Oh, we can, certainly.
so I'll text you guys. I don't have your numbers yet, but I'll text it to you, or he'll text
Yeah,
you. One of us will text
swap
it to you.
that for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I totally digressed. Something. I don't even remember what. Anyway.
Oh, we gotta talk about.
Everyone answered the question, right?
Yeah.
Did you answer the high school question?
Yeah, football,
Okay.
baseball,
Okay.
and wrestled. And I played football and baseball in high school or in college.
Yeah.
I tried to take baseball as a career, and I did. I had a minor league contract. And then,
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And then I tore my rotator cuff in 3 spots. And
Aw.
that
Oh, you were a pitcher, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Left-handed pitcher.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
No shit.
And that dream went out the window, and
Aw. That's sad.
Can I change one of my
But
answers?
now you're a podcaster.
Yeah.
yeah, now I'm a podcaster. Making the big bucks.
Can I change one of my answers?
Hey, we will be patient.
All right. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
All right, so my turn for a question?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I think so, right?
my first question is, what is something you regret from your past?
Can I
A
answer
lot
first?
of things come up immediately. Recent past.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start starting a podcast.
Oh.
Ooh.
Shots fired.
Ow. My next question is gonna fuck you over.
I don't have an
Oh.
actual answer. I just have a funny answer.
Go do it for your one.
Oh, I don't
I wanna
have.
know.
I didn't. Okay. Something I regret. Shoot, I don't know. Being a Rams fan for 13 years, they weren't good. Should have been a bandwagon fan
Until
of other
now.
teams. Well, I know it's good
You
now.
can't regret being a Rams fan more than I regret.
you just won the
Actually,
Super
you know
Bowl
what?
and you're gonna
I converted from a Pats fan to a Giants fan. There's my regret.
Oh,
right
there
there.
you go.
a what fan to a what fan?
Patriots fan to
Pats
a
and
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah.
I thought you said pack.
Me
I was
too.
like, oh.
Oh, not the Packers. No.
No.
Mm-mm. Pats. Mm-mm.
All right. Krista, what's yours?
Well, definitely that's tied. The being a Giants fan is a regret. No, I'm just kidding. I love the Giants. I love the underdogs, but I was actually kind of happy Odell got hurt. By the way, in the Super Bowl, little whiny bitch ass.
Oh, shots
I'm a little bitter.
fired.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
I know you
Nobody
guys
likes
know.
Odell anyway.
I might
But,
get an Odell jersey.
Oh
I
God.
don't-
I was going to when he was one of
Oh.
ours, but he was a little bitch. There's just something to be said about humility. You know, I know if you're good, you're good. I get that
Yeah,
as an
but
athlete, but like, you know, just
you gotta
be humble about it. And so that pissed me off.
Yeah.
What? Honestly, it's you guys know this by now by listening, knowing us, and talking to us. But just, I think not being confident in myself enough to leave something behind that I should have. You know, a long time ago.
Yeah.
To,
Like what?
oh, my relationship.
Yeah.
Sorry, I say speaking in vague terms like everybody.
I know. I was like, the listeners do know.
Yeah, I was recently divorced officially in May, so almost a year officially, and I wish I regret in myself for not having it within me in the confidence to just be like, this isn't good for me anymore, and I can't say I regret all the memories because that's not true or fair, but I regret giving I'm going deep. Here it goes.
Oh, that's good.
I regret giving my soul and my everything to someone who couldn't
Give
do
it
the
back.
same.
Yeah.
So, not
Understandable.
doing that shit again.
Yeah.
That's my deep answer for y'all.
No, that's a good
Live
one.
and learn.
Yep.
Right.
I've had relationships like that where you give a little bit more than you get back.
He could have got out of him a lot
Mhm.
faster, but he'd never listen to me.
No. I'm stubborn sometimes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I gave everything. Amy knows. And for what, for not, so
Yeah.
never again.
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I. Here on out. But I'm gonna get sappy real quick. I owe all that to Amy. I really do.
Yeah.
Getting, just helping me be more confident as a woman and being like, nah, this is not okay. So,
You don't
thanks,
give me
best
that much
friend.
credit.
Love you, mean it. I'm trying to get her sappy and make her feel uncomfortable.
I'm
Is it
uncomfortable.
working?
I'm uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's awesome.
No, but you don't have to give me that much credit.
No, obviously it came from me, the whole decision, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I made that shit happen because I finally stood up for myself. But, yeah, through the years, our friendship has made me see, don't take no shit. So, anyhow, I'm the English by the Osh one of the two, obviously. Bleeding heart right here.
What about you guys?
I just had my joke one. I don't
Yeah.
have an actual one.
That's it?
Okay.
No podcast? But then you would be talking to us.
No, I was totally joking on that one. I love the I love it. It's funny, yeah.
That's a good save.
Yeah. I do
I'm
like
just- I'm just kidding.
I'm
You
just
don't have an answer.
I'm
You
just
know what?
saying
You have no regrets.
yeah, I don't have any regrets.
Not one letter.
Not one letter. No, I'm just saying this to save me from the next question that he's gonna ask. So
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I have no regrets. There's nothing to regret. All the mistakes I've made in my life has made me who I am today. So I don't really want to take any of that back or regret any of it because it's rounded me out into the person that I am. I've done a lot of stupid shit. I mean, the list could go on for days and days and days and days, but I don't regret doing any of them. So.
Yeah. Respect. Right here.
You don't have anything you anything you regret though, like not going on a vacation, anything minor. Yes, because not like a huge regret, but like a little regret.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I should have went on a date with this person, or
I guess
I should have.
I kind of want to go on more vacations. I want to travel a little bit more.
There you go.
Yeah, I've recently been looking at some cruises, and I really want to go on a cruise again. I've only been on one, but I love them, or loved it, I should say. And so
Yeah,
that's something that I would do more if I could go back, I guess.
Regret that I haven't got.
travel.
All right, I guess I regret that I don't have my pilot's license yet. I'd love to go get my pilot's license.
Oh my god, cool.
that would be cool. Like for flying planes or helicopters, or both.
Both would be
That's
sweet.
Or
yeah.
Probably
doing it all.
probably planes though. Probably.
Well, I'm gonna need somebody to fly my personal jet soon.
Yeah.
So
All of us.
yeah.
Listen, as long as we can come on the personal jet
Yeah, you guys can
with
join.
champagne toast,
Yeah,
then we're in.
we'll make a trip out to you guys, and then we'll fly around everywhere else. Then we don't need to go
Perfect.
on cruises. We can just use that.
Boom.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, we should buy a cruise ship.
Cruise ship, I love it.
How about just a yacht? You know.
No, I want a
Hey,
cruise.
I'll
I'm a
take that.
pilot's daughter. I can pilot. Not that
Yeah.
anybody wants me captaining. No, you don't.
I like that.
Reference my broke ass ankle because I'm
Oh,
clumsy. So no, you don't want me driving anything.
dang, that doesn't sound fun.
How about you, Amy? You got any regrets?
My biggest regret's probably marrying for love and not for money.
Oh, that
I'm just
Sorry,
kidding.
Corey.
I was waiting.
that's
I knew you were
awesome.
Oh,
My husband probably can hear me too, so that's why I'm saying.
that's awesome.
That is awesome.
I still love the episode with your
will
husband.
be for money.
What's that?
Oh, with the vampire. I said the second marriage will be for money. Don't get me
Nice.
wrong.
There you go.
Oh, girl.
The second marriage. I love
Legit,
it.
and I will be. Shit,
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. No, fuck it. I'm not even gonna get married again. I'm just gonna get a dude with money.
Well, if you
Fuck that.
guys
I'm gonna make my own money.
there you
Fuck
go.
that.
There you go. I was gonna
I
say
don't need nobody else's money.
if you guys get married for money, the next time you get married for money, you should just remember us, and
Yeah.
so we can enjoy in that festivities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to benefit from something.
I'm trying to think if I have any serious regrets, though. The only one I could say is maybe I wish when I was younger I realized like I had more confidence. Like I put
yeah.
myself out there more.
You were definitely quiet
Yeah.
as a kid. From what
Yeah,
I
I
know.
definitely was.
She was quiet.
Yeah, she was very quiet.
Wow. I knew she was like not confident with her incredible like artistic talent, but like you were quiet.
Yeah,
That I can't picture.
she was shy.
Well, I was quiet until you got to know me.
Yep.
And then if you got to know me, I never would shut the fuck
then
up.
she didn't shut up.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I could tell that you
That I
were.
know. No, I'm kidding.
I could tell that you had a lack of confidence when you said that God couldn't make a better human being.
Yeah,
I could tell that you lacked your confidence.
No, I was definitely the quiet kid in school, though. Or quieter. Quieter, I guess.
It blows my mind. I guess it doesn't, but it does. I don't know. So I guess because I know you on this level now, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I
Yeah,
forget
you
to the
told-
time of like when we first met, where you were shyer, right? And like, I was like, maybe she's kind of a bitch. She doesn't talk to me. But
Yeah, I used to always tell my friends growing up I was shy, and they didn't believe me. But I think it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, do you guys have any friends who are like, you met at first, we were shy?
well,
and
we
then
don't. We
you
haven't
get to
made
know
any
them?
friends yet. We're working on it.
Yeah.
so.
We
Is that one of your regrets?
yeah. Well, we're
My biggest regret's not having any friends.
yeah. Right now we're at one each.
We're at one each, and
Yep. And we were
Yeah, we got
hoping
each
it
other.
almost ends every podcast. So
yeah we're hoping to double friends with this
Yeah.
podcast, but it doesn't seem to
Yeah,
be working
good.
out. So
oh my god, sorry, squirrel. But did you guys know they revamped MySpace? I just thought of Tom as a friend in your top 25. I forgot what it's called, but one of my students was showing me, and the interface looks exactly like it used to look back in the
Really?
day.
they're bringing MySpace
No.
back. They're bringing MySpace back. Heck
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah!
I rebranded it, but I was like, what? No
That's
way.
nuts.
And she was showing me all, and it looks exactly like the 90s, like shitty web design and coding, and like exactly like it used to look.
Dang.
Just kick-ass backgrounds, music all
Yeah.
around. Heck
So-
yeah!
Tom in your top 25.
Tom was in my top. He was
So-
always
I
number
can't
one. on my-
imagine ranking my friends as a grown adult. Like remember you had to have like your top 8 in college.
And then they
That
get
seems
pissed.
so petty.
How do I
used
not
to
make
check
your top
people,
8?
like,
I'm
Yeah.
your
Mean
roommate.
Girls.
it is. It's so mean. You're like, oh, sorry, you didn't make the cut. You're not my top 8 anymore.
So
Now I'm like 8 friends. That seems like a lot to juggle.
Now I'd have yeah, exactly. I don't think I could,
Yeah.
my top 8 would be family members because
Yeah.
I'm like I don't have
My
freaking
dogs
8
would be in my
friends to
top
fill
8.
in.
Yeah.
My 2 dogs.
Oh my god, you would.
That's awesome. You only have animals. Your friends, animal, like that's it. Just animals.
Yeah.
And
Your
Tom.
mom.
And Tom. Yeah. Tom's my top 8. Yeah. So they're
I'm
bringing.
trying to look it up. Hold on. The new
So they're bringing back MySpace. Are they bringing back everybody else's space?
I hope they don't bring back like I hope you
Oh,
can't just like
God.
revamp your old profile. I'm like, oh my god.
Nobody got my joke. It was a dumb
I
joke.
got it. It was
It was a really
beyond
dumb
dumb.
Oh, here it is.
Do you guys-
Space Hey. Like space, like outer space. HEY. One
Huh.
word.
Does MySpace own it? Or is this a
Yeah.
different like,
I'm same branding, everything. Hold on, I'll send it in the chat.
wow.
So weird. Are you guys gonna go create your top 8 right now? And Amy and I better be in on it.
Okay, sweet.
We got to find 4 more people now.
Well, oh, because you're adding yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I didn't know you
I'm
could
gonna
add
be number
yourself
one.
to your top 8. That's
Fake
interesting.
profiles.
We need to make a podcast page
Yeah.
Yeah.
on this.
That
I
would
mean,
be.
we could.
We could be the first podcast. Let's go before them. We gotta go.
Yeah, let's hit the market.
Hey, that's
Whose
how.
question's next?
Krista.
Okay.
Oh, never do 2 already? Wow. Okay, so mine leads into stories. So,
No.
We're
You
still
haven't. You haven't done your first one.
We each have a question still.
Yeah.
Wait, did I not ask my first one?
No.
I did.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't.
Yeah.
Jesus, sorry, everyone.
This is gonna be
I
a
have a
long.
question.
This is gonna be
Do
a
you have,
long podcast.
Alzheimer's?
Yeah. Just so
Honestly,
we might have to break this up
I'm really
into 2.
scared. That's scary to think about. Okay, so question 1 for me. Sorry, wow. If you could be reincarnated to anyone or anything, who or what would it be and why?
Well, I said I'd be reincarnated as a bird because then I could fly
Ooh.
and see
Mhm, mhm.
everything. I could go to travel south without having to worry about any fees
Mhm.
on an airplane or a car or a gas or anything like that. I could just go anywhere and fly over. I can go to
Love
LA
that.
right now and I can go take a look at SoFi Stadium. And I can
Mhm.
that's all. That's the only as far as I got.
Nice.
It's the only thing I want to see.
You could
Okay.
find naked chicks in the backyard.
Yeah. Dang.
Boom! She's on you like.
Oh.
Okay, so you're gonna be the bird pervert?
Yeah. Birdvert. That's my name.
I'm gonna look at birds a little more, question them a little bit more now when they're in my backyard, my window's open.
You're gonna see a bird and you're gonna be like, Roddy.
Yeah,
I'm looking at my.
not that perv again.
God dang it,
Oh,
Roddy.
the next one. Zoom names.
What's up?
Left her on Zoom.
I know.
You guys got booted out again?
All right, who's next?
Chris is stuck like this.
Can you guys hear me?
I can
No?
hear you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We
I
can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
Who wants to go next on that one?
Amy, what do you want to be?
I was for a second, I was thinking Oprah, but then I thought,
She loves her
Yeah.
some Oprah. I mean, who doesn't?
You get a
She
car.
likes.
You get a car. You get a car.
yeah, but I would want to skip her childhood because she had like a pretty
Oh.
awful childhood.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I heard that.
She
With
made up for it in the
abuse and
later
stuff.
years.
Oh, there goes the internet. I think again.
I've always wanted to be able to sing, so I'm trying to think. Maybe like Alanis Morissette, like in the
Oh, nice.
late '90s, early 2000s. Like she's a badass.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be
Yeah,
like,
angry chick music.
yes, I've like that's a talent and a skill I wish I had. So I'm gonna say maybe.
Damn, that's a good name.
That's a hard one, but maybe I'll say Alanis Morissette or Adele. That'd be
Ooh, there
she's
you go.
amazing.
Nice. Yeah,
I just think it'd be fun to be like famous and
yeah.
like be able to like sing to sell out crowds, and I don't know. Also, being famous would kind of suck at the same time, though, too.
Well, especially with your introvertedness.
Yeah, I wouldn't want people bugging me. So maybe I'd want to be behind the scenes, like a producer for like a
That'd be
film
cool.
or like a music producer.
Mhm.
Nice.
I think that's a
I'm
really
badass.
that'd be cool.
I would go as come back. Post Malone.
Oh.
Without the face
Oh,
without the face
he
tats.
seems fun.
Yeah, he looks like he's a bull. Dude,
Yeah.
and he
Wow.
listens to every kind of like he's at Shania Twain concerts for crying out
Yeah.
loud. And, like the dude.
That's amazing.
Well, he like knows who he is too. Like
Yeah.
he'll show up. He plays Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And just shows up at tournaments and stuff. Like it's crazy. Like I'm not into like the Magic, but like I've heard that about him.
Yeah,
So like that'd be like me if I were famous, just going to a disc golf tournament randomly. Like I think that'd be really cool.
yeah.
That would be so fun, though, like just to go make people's days,
Yeah.
like just by
Heck
showing
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah, we learned about
Like
that
if you had
from
the
Kevin.
power just to show up and it made someone's day, like how great
Mhm.
would that be?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Or the opposite. Show up and make
Ruin their
somebody's-
day.
ruin their day.
Yeah.
Be a
I'm here.
total asshole or bitch.
Yeah.
I'm here to ruin your day.
Yeah, John Caparulo. He has a joke about Dog the Bounty Hunter. It was what that reminds me.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
He's like,
You guys, my sister didn't know who Dog the Bounty Hunter was.
Really?
So my aunt passed away this October. My sister and I shared a hotel room, and there was something. I think Dog was on the. Who the fuck was Dog? Dog was like with either Ghost Adventures or is a crossover episode. She's like, "Is this real?" She wouldn't believe me that was a real dude. I'm like, where were you in the 2000s? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Dog.
know who he is.
he's
I don't know who he is either.
he's a bounty hunter. So John Caparulo's
I'm the
okay.
dog.
his joke, John Caparulo's jokes, like, so whenever Dog's around, everybody's like, "Oh shit, it's Dog," except for one guy. He's like, "It's Dog." Oh fuck.
Yeah, he's a wild character.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to check it out.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
he-
should be
he-
reincarnated as him.
Amy, he might be your next husband. He could be husband number 2.
That's true.
Yeah, he's got that redneck.
Yeah,
look.
wait till you see those
Mhm.
looks.
Hey,
Those.
rednecks can be pretty fun though.
How do you feel about the mullet and a bone
I mean, it's a party.
arm
in
bracelet?
Japan.
Yeah, it's a party back there for sure.
Oh, Lord, it is a mullet, all right. Oh, man. Well, Roddy stole mine. I was going to be a bird too because of flight, but
I didn't mean to.
I'm not gonna
I
do
was
steal
gonna
it.
steal that answer too.
Okay, I'll change mine. I'm gonna be a dragon.
Yeah.
You can be a bird.
oh, one of Khaleesi's dragons or just like your own independent dragon situation?
Is that the Game of Thrones
Game
one?
of Thrones.
Yes, I'll be that.
Oh, sorry. I
I-
assume everybody watches.
I
Did
know.
watch, but I forgot.
I'm an idiot. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I haven't
No,
seen
you're not
it
an
either.
idiot.
I-
Amy hasn't either. Yeah, she didn't watch that shit.
I've seen the first part of the first
I think we
episode.
talked about this. You need to bite your
Yeah.
teeth and just get through the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty boring in the beginning. So
Yeah.
I got stuck on like episode 3.
Yeah. Once you get past
I can
like
see that.
once you get past like if you can grit your teeth through episodes 1, 2, and 3, it just takes off from there and it gets really good.
Well, because I own the first
Grit
season.
my teeth and
Yeah.
watch this shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But then once you get through it and you're addicted because it's like, and
Oh yeah, it's just fascinating how I don't know. Good show, but
Yeah.
anyway.
All right. Question number 2.
Yeah. Question number 2 for everybody. So, what is the weirdest thing that you've done recently? If you guys need a second to answer, I can answer first if nobody can think of an answer.
Please do. I need a hot minute.
Okay, so one of the weirdest things, almost I'd say one of the nerdiest things that I've done recently is I bought shoulder pads, like football shoulder pads for my large Rams jerseys, because you can see this is a little bit big on me. So I bought shoulder pads so it would like fill out a little bit better, and I just look like a dork. So
That's all. I love it.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You're
awesome.
such a nerd.
I do, and then another thing is I
Hmm.
did actually I was gonna buy a second one today, but I didn't because I was at Legoland. But I bought a Lego set,
Yeah, but that's not nerdy. That's cool.
and it's a pretty cool Lego set. It's like it's a tree
Treehouse.
house. It's like 3 different tree houses, and you also build the tree and the ground around it. It was pretty cool. It's
Oh,
like
that's badass.
yeah, it's like it's the biggest Lego set I've ever bought and built. So it was pretty sweet.
How big? Like feet wise, or like
It
like
was
does it fill the whole table?
It's not the whole table. I'd say like it would maybe fill a coffee table ish, like just the lengthwise.
Oh,
not
that's
not not,
big.
Foot and a half
the,
by like foot and a half.
yeah, about maybe 2 feet, 2 feet.
Yeah.
Something
That's
like that.
pretty big. Yeah, my nephew and my brother-in-law, who's an architect, he buys all like the architectural ones and does them with my nephew, and he loves them and all the Star Wars ones. So
Oh, yeah.
not nerdy at all.
Yeah, I just got into that one. It was pretty fun. Oh, I was going to show you guys, but you guys aren't on our Zoom.
Damn internet's down again.
Yeah.
I know, it stinks.
Well, if I see you guys pop up, I'll show you.
Okay. How much did you spend? Because I know Legos are expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they are.
I spent, well, I'll tell you, so I think I spent like $60 on the shoulder pads. So that was a loss of $60. But if I buy a helmet, I think it'd look better. So if anybody's looking
Yeah,
to
you
buy
need a
me
helmet.
something, I need a helmet. A Rams helmet, replica, or authentic. I prefer authentic. I'd like a visor too. Like one of those, like,
How much did you spend on the Legos?
oh yeah, the Legos I spent two.
More importantly.
Well, after tax, it was $240.
All right.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That is a lot. I didn't realize they were that much.
Yep.
That's one of the cheaper ones.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah,
more
these are
expensive,
ones that are thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I really want to get.
Sorry, Teddy. That's my nephew. I'm not buying you $1,000 Legos.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not cheap.
I want.
Well, he probably wouldn't even appreciate it. It's like more for like adults
Yeah.
when you buy
Yeah, Vince would love it.
the really
Yeah.
I'd buy
expensive
that.
ones.
Yeah, there's a $400 one I want to get. It's the Harry Potter like castle. I
Oh,
think that'd be cool.
love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Amy lives for some Harry.
Same.
Yeah, I think that one would be
What's
cool.
your house? Gryffindor, Slytherin.
Gryffindor.
You know?
Mine's Gryffindor. I haven't.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
Okay, I haven't done the actual quiz, but that's where my heart lies.
Yeah, you can't just answer what you want to do. Come on.
I need to do the quiz yet. I still haven't done it.
Oh, you haven't done the
I have-
quiz?
no, I haven't.
Everyone wants to
You're
be a
loser. You haven't done
Gryffindor.
the quiz.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'm a
Valda whatever the fuck.
I took the quiz twice, and I was Gryffindor once, and then I was in a really pissy mood, and I got Slytherin.
nice.
I got Hufflepuff in the or what is it? Hufflepuff in the streets, Slytherin in the sheets.
Nice.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
stole that.
girl.
I like that.
I felt corny and that's painful even saying that out loud.
I got a Ravenclaw in the sheets. It's
Mm.
weird. I don't know what that means.
Ravenclaw's cool.
Does that mean I need to clip my nails? Is that what that means?
Ravenclaw means you're really smart, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So he's out on that one.
Money
Yeah.
can't.
I guess I just got fired off the stupidest podcast.
I'm fired, you guys, because sorry to admit it, I've never read and or watched a Harry Potter book or series. Should I just go now? I'll go now.
Yeah, you can leave.
You're the Voldemort of the party.
You're the Voldemort.
Hey, we don't say his name.
Well, when we get the
Oh,
we
I was
get the
Voldemort I was Voldemort for Halloween, by the way.
Oh,
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll share some pictures with you guys.
Yeah, how'd you do with
Nice.
the nose thing?
I don't know if I really looked like Voldemort,
Oh, okay.
but I did have a bald cat.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I was gonna say.
It was pretty terrifying.
I was gonna say, did you commit? Did you just do the surgery and just go all out?
She got that BDE for real.
I think my favorite Halloween was when me and Gracie went as Wayne's World.
Oh,
Garth
that
and
yes,
Wayne.
that
Oh,
was a
that's fun.
good one.
Ooh.
It was awesome. I got her like the exact outfit that Garth wore.
I was gonna
Nice.
say who was Wayne and who was Garth.
I was Wayne, and she was Garth because she's a blonde.
Oh, got it.
Oh, and so she had to. You could wear your costume to school, and I was like, nobody's gonna know who she is. And I bring her into school or whatever, and the first mom that sees her is like, "That is awesome, Garth! Rock on, Wayne's World, baby!"
Party
You
on.
know, I was like, "Thank you so much. You made my day."
That's awesome. No, I think once we get
I
our
sent you a picture.
I need to see that. too.
Perfect.
Yeah, once we get our private jet, then that'll be the first movies we watch are the Harry Potter movies.
Yes, I like this plan.
Yep.
I will parachute off the plane. I'm just.
Oh.
Were you
That'd
even
be fun.
invited on the plane?
Oh.
I guess not. Damn.
No, but you are invited on the parachute. I want to see that.
Crash landing. Watch out.
Crashed and burned. All right. Who's next on answering? What was? I don't even remember the question.
The question was, what's the
Me
weirdest
either.
thing? Yeah, what's
weirdest thing we've done?
yep.
Weirdest
Recent-
thing.
Right
Recently.
or bought?
Yep, what's the weirdest thing you've done recently? Yeah, all of this stuff that I was talking about, I've done within the last month. So I've done
Wow.
I've done weirder
Mm.
things, but apparently I'm weird recently too.
Pretty cool all the way around, so I don't. Do you guys have answers?
I'm trying to think.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm a weirdo in general, so I don't know. Because, like, living constitute?
I woke up.
Yeah,
this
I'm
morning.
sure I do weird stuff all the time. I just don't even realize.
You don't consider it weird because it's normal life to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I wish I had a cool story.
I don't think it's
Think of
weird.
anything at the
Oh, I
moment.
have one.
Alright.
It's not necessarily, maybe it's weird. It's weird to Amy, and maybe it'll be weird to you guys, but it's a habit that, and it's weird for me that I'm not doing it, but I typically fall asleep to horrific murders, rapes, true crime,
Oh, I fall asleep.
TV and or movies or podcasts, you name it.
Yeah.
I'm addicted.
Yeah.
But I fall asleep to that shit, and I'm fine. I never have nightmares,
hmm
and I think that's weird.
Yeah.
So that
I
is
fall
like-
asleep to horror films all the time.
I fall asleep watching Saw
Yeah.
in October almost every
What is wrong with you guys?
night.
Or I guess I am weird.
I have nightmares all the time and I don't watch that kind of stuff.
Maybe that's
Again, I told you at the top, I'm convinced someone's in my house all the time.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe you have to watch these scary things,
Mhm.
and then it'll get out of your mind, and then the fluttery butterflies and stuff can come in at dream time.
I'm not following the
that.
logic.
I don't know if it's
I
weird.
don't know. I love that shit. So I guess that makes me a weirdo.
Yeah. Me too.
I think a lot of people love true crime though. But I think falling asleep to it when you live by yourself, I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's oddly comforting to me. Don't know
But
why.
people are getting murdered.
Yeah, you're like, well, that's not happening to me right
It's
now.
dark.
Yeah,
Better them than me.
Yeah.
I got issues.
I don't think it's
We don't
weird.
need to talk about them right now. That's another podcast.
I don't think it's weird, but I guess the weirdest thing I've done lately is we stopped at a gas station or whatever from at work or whatever.
Dude, that is so weird.
I know. And
You're
Like,
getting-
no.
You were getting gas? That's crazy.
yeah, pretty weird. I know.
I get gas at Taco Bell.
But I go inside or whatever, and I don't even notice that I did it. But there was a classic rock song, and I just belted it out. I sang so loud. Like, a couple of guys from work that were in there like, do you realize how loud you were singing? And I go, what are you talking about? They're like, everybody in the store was looking at you, dude.
Oh, that's not weird. That's in the moment.
You know,
He does the
I don't.
passion.
Yep.
I do that shit all the time, though. I just don't give a shit. So,
Krista, can you think of anything weird I've done? I can't think of anything.
Let's see. Honestly, it was, and it's not lately, but the one that I can remember is when you were being super lovey-dovey, and I was like, that's weird. I don't know what's happening right now. It's like,
I'm not
love
totally
pills.
heartless.
No, you're certainly not. That I know.
Not that I know.
No, not like me, like pouring over with gross love all the time. But no, I can't really think of anything recently.
I'm gonna pass on this question because it's too
Okay.
hard. Maybe I'll do a question answer. At the
Wait,
end
I
of
have
the
funny
episode.
shit that you do. She's it's not weird, but it's funny shit that she does to avoid work.
Okay, what's that?
Not answering her students' questions, or like, what were you telling me yesterday or the other day? Oh my gosh. I don't know. You told me something really funny, and you're like, this is what I do to not answer their questions. I don't
Oh,
know.
when they ask me a dumb question and I put a Google, like a screenshot of me Googling their question.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
I have done that because it's off. They asked me like, they'll ask me something really obvious, like, what's the phone number for financial aid? And I've only done it once, but one time I just lost my patience and I took a screenshot of Google of me typing it in.
That is awesome.
So I was just like, you gotta learn how to Google. You're in college. Come on.
Yeah, it's pathetic. It's like,
I live
you know,
on
both work
Google.
with college students, and like the hand holding of this generation, like,
Oh,
Mandy, I hope your daughter is independent as fuck, because the ones in between are like, they can't do shit for themselves, and it's really frustrating. Holy shit, Google. You were born with a phone in your hand.
mhm.
Yeah, you should know Google by now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Amy, what's your second question?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yay. I'm excited for this one. Okay. It's going to be marry, fuck, or kill. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Cosby, or Putin.
Or what was the last
Who
one?
would you marry? Who would you fuck? Or who would you kill?
What was the last one?
Putin.
Putin.
So
Okay.
Bill Cosby, Putin, or Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh,
Jeffrey
man.
Epstein's wife. Or yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
her
They
little.
were married, right?
I think
No,
so.
they never got married, but she definitely was in love with him and
Yeah,
did his
definitely.
bidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up all his dates.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But she got indicted finally, I think. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if she accidentally dies.
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely was suicided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
royal family, Clintons, Trump,
Yeah.
you name it.
Hillary would have nothing to do with that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go first on this one.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm going to marry Putin. Just because
How come? Why?
he's the most normal out of all of them. As weird as that's going to be. I don't have to worry about drugs being slipped in my drinks or kitty sex going on, I guess.
I mean, you never know. I mean, shit.
I mean, that seems kind of boring.
I mean, to
doesn't
be
it?
honest, I could hang out with the dude until he got that crazy look in his eye. And
Yeah.
Then I'm out of there.
The SNL Beck Bennett when he plays him. Amy doesn't watch SNL, but like, oh my god, when he played, do you guys watch SNL as comedians?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my god, and Beck Bennett's like, I'm horny for Trump, or something like that. And he's Putin. Anyway, sorry, that shit is funny to me.
And then I'd probably date Cosby, because at least I'm getting some good drugs, I guess. And then, I'm killing Maxwell, because you fuck a kid, you need to die.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the question that gets your whole podcast like canceled?
Probably. Yeah. Yep.
Possibly.
Good job, Amy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, I mean, this is also being aired on your podcast, so I think we're
You're
all in the
going
same
down
boat.
with us.
Going down together.
We're gonna edit this one out.
It's just our answers.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, your podcast got canceled? That's weird. That didn't happen to ours.
Yeah, that's weird.
Boom.
No one got upset.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Our numbers look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All from Russia.
Hey, I married Putin. He's going to take care of me just fine.
Oh man, that is such a tough one. I'm gonna.
Well, I hope you wouldn't have an easy answer. 'cause
Yeah.
That
If
might
it was
mean you're a
easy,
little
we'd
messed up.
worry.
Yeah. Well, I
yeah,
think.
I'd be worried if you're like, I would
Oh, this
love
one's
to
easy.
marry
I'm-
Elaine Maxwell. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Well, it's tough because I'm
She
gonna
has
do
a
this.
sweet island.
I'm gonna do the same answer as Vandy, I think, for mine, because Putin. I mean, he runs a country, so I mean, at least maybe I can go
Mhm.
hide somewhere, and maybe not get found, and just after I steal all of his money, maybe hopefully. I'm gonna fuck Bill Cosby, but that's just because I don't have a choice.
I have a good joke about him.
Yeah.
I have a good joke about. I go. It's actually in one of my stand-ups. If Bill Cosby didn't make it as a comedian, I think he'd be a great anesthesiologist.
Oh
Oh.
my god. Yikes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
But
And then I'm gonna kill Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
Or Ghislaine. Yeah. Is that how you pronounce it? Ghislaine?
Ghislaine or Ghislaine? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's
Who
spelled
cares?
so weird.
Yeah, who cares?
I
She
think
doesn't need it.
Ghislaine.
dead.
I might be wrong.
Yeah. It's
She's
okay.
British. She figured it out, Ames. Your heritage.
How about you guys?
Well, call me a copycat because I'm doing the same shit
Yeah.
and the
Okay.
same logic. Putin could you could be like a princess, basically.
Getting them
or
good
queen.
drugs, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. You could, do whatever the fuck you wanted, really.
Hangover
Unless
part,
he murders
part 4.
me, which he would do.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. Marry him. Fuck Cosby, like you said, Petra.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Even if it's unconsensual, at least maybe I don't remember it. That's so
Yeah.
dark. And fuck, the Blaine's gotta go for the shit that she did.
Right.
Well, plus with Bill Cosby, you might think it's a pudding pop.
Boom. You guys want some pudding?
Ooh, yeah. It's sad, man. All these comedians getting into shit. Yeah, feeling just horrific for.
Well, they all are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call any of them.
Yeah, none of them are good.
They're all stellar human beings.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna kill her.
I don't think
That's
any
what
of
I
them
got.
are going to get compliments at the
Yeah.
pearly gate.
So my answer is different than all you guys.
Oh,
actually.
boy.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so I would kill Bill Cosby because he's behind bars, so I don't have to see him.
Yeah, but he's getting
But
out.
hopefully I could tap into his money because I'm his wife, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would open up a charity for sexual assault victims.
Oh, man.
And
You thought this one out.
no, I didn't. I just thought about it right now. Actually, I'm a
Nice.
genius.
That's smart.
I would probably. I guess I would. Fuck Blaine Maxwell because
Get into that
I
lesbian
would
porn
rather
now.
use my free card to kill Putin because at least she's behind bars too.
Yeah.
So I would kill Putin because I feel like he puts a lot of he's the only one who's free and roaming. So I feel like that would be if I had to
Dang.
kill one of them, that would
thought
be
this
my
out.
choice.
That's thought out.
That is thought out. That's good.
If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was planning on marrying all of them, but you guys told me I couldn't.
They just haven't asked yet, right?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Exactly.
All right, who's got the next question? I think it's
that was
yours.
Amy's.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
it's mine.
yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Because everybody answered, right? I just want to make sure everybody answered.
Yep.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
everyone
That's what I
answered.
thought.
All right. Mine might cause some fights, and these podcasts might be done. What drives you nuts? Oh, hold on. We got to get Krista shot back on here. We lost her.
While you're getting her, I might just take a 2-second break to get some water.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, there we
Okay.
go. Hi, guys. Sorry.
No, you're good.
No,
I'm just gonna grab water really quick, Krista. Just
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, we can talk.
Roddy, what were you saying? You were gonna marry all of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna marry all of them because you guys said I was going to, but then you guys said that I had to fucking kill one of them. But I mean,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm,
I mean, if you look at the list, I fell in love with all of them once you guys told me. So.
Again, because they're all stellar people.
I'm a
They all had
romantic.
such special traits.
I'm a romantic. What can I say?
Oh, good times.
Love is in the air. Everywhere I turn around.
It's in Russia.
Did you guys do anything for V-Day, speaking of?
I worked, and my dinner was pizza.
I plowed snow all day.
Yeah, I didn't do anything special.
I heard the greatest line ever, though. Somebody goes, Happy Valentine's Day. For those of you that didn't get the
I'm
V
resting
or
my
the D.
grapefruit ankle on your couch. Sorry.
I like that.
Amy's. I have the chair turned towards Amy's couch so I can elevate my ankle. That is,
Yeah.
I may or may not have accidentally sprained at kickboxing.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. You like mentioned that earlier, and like, so like, what happened at kickboxing?
So what had happened was, I was picturing my ex-husband punching the fuck out of that bag, and I got a little bit excited and aggressive with that passion again, and I was backing up to do like a round kick, and I didn't realize the other bag was behind me because they have like standing bags in my gym instead of hanging ones, and so the base, I like backed up into the base and like rolled my ankle kind of on that. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, I mean, at least you got your aggression out.
Internet's working again.
Yay.
That's good news for you guys, because then you get to see us.
That's right.
I just know it's working because I googled Putin and his face popped up on my computer when I sat down.
He's spying on you. He's like, I heard my name. I'm gonna be watching this podcast.
He's like, I heard you want to kill me.
Oh, it's not all three of us. No.
Yeah.
No, we're marrying him. That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys are. I'm the only one who chose to kill him.
Yeah, I'm on everybody's nice side. I said I'm going to marry all of them. See, that's what I was doing.
True.
I'm trying to get on everybody's nice side. I don't want to have any of that happen to me.
Collusion.
Yep.
All right. So
mine's not working. What the hell?
Yeah, the internet sucks.
I was gonna say I haven't seen you guys pop up on our thing. You guys, somebody's been chatting though. Who's chatting over there? Vikings?
Because it's restored, but it's
you missed a lot, dude. That was like hours ago.
Yeah.
That was an hour ago.
All right. What drives you nuts about your podcast partner?
Go for it, Abe. You know you're
Is this like to start an argument?
Well, we're all going to be canceled anyways after that last question. So I mean,
I think mine. Chris already knows my answer.
Yeah, but
so
we
it's not
don't.
like I have to.
Yeah, but we don't.
Oh, you don't? You don't know all the dirt?
No, we don't know any of it.
We want the dirt.
And the people listening don't know the dirt.
Oh, they don't, do they? I think my biggest pet peeve is probably when, in the past, Krista promised me she would be ready and prepared for an episode, and then she would show up and didn't really have anything done. That would be mine.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah, and I can't take any. I literally have no defense to that. So, literally none. Except for that I have been coming correct because this is shit I'm serious about. So, Amy knows that. But anyway.
Well, everybody.
Anyway, that's a little behind scenes of Bewitched Banter drama. The bewitches.
Bewitch, please. Sorry.
How about you, Roddy?
That's right. Bewitch, please.
For me, well, I just said that in the beginning when we first started.
Okay.
You would sometimes interrupt, like when I was about to do a story. You would do that sometimes. And then when we used to do the answers before the episode, we already talked about that. You'd answer my version of that question, so then I had to come up quick with a new one
on the fly. Yeah, I remember that used to piss you off.
And then just
stealing his stuff.
I couldn't help it. It was in my head. He put it in my head. It's gonna come out.
And then just sometimes you'll get distracted, like you're either looking up an answer on your phone or you're texting or something's going on your phone, and I'm like having to. I gotta keep going.
A lot going on.
Yeah, I gotta keep answering, keep talking because I'm not getting an answer from you, so I gotta that kind of stuff. That's all I had.
All right.
How about you? What about me?
Well, we gotta go with Krista. I'm last.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious what Krista's is.
I would say
Dead silence. She's
Yeah.
scared.
No, I have a lot to think about it.
Oh, there's
Because I
just so
don't
much
have
to
much
pick from.
defense, honestly, based on my shit. But I would say, as of late, you probably know exactly what I'm going to say, is the branding is really crucial to me as a communicator and PR professional. And, as much as I was really delayed on several things I promised you, I've also been asking for artwork for quite a while because it's crucial to growing and brand. So I know you're working on it, but I haven't nagged you because I don't feel like I have the right to do that based on my lateness, my tardiness. And so I feel like
Man, I wish I could see you
I'm more
guys.
mad at myself, I think, because I feel like I don't have the right to ask you, even though I do. But yeah, I just want some artwork because you're fucking talented, and I want that shit to be represented. And it's really important for our brand. So
Okay,
that's it.
fair. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
I think
You guys definitely do have good artwork for your
Yeah.
podcast. I do like that.
Well, see, that's just thank you, but that's just janky Canva like that I'm doing. But like Ames is like the actual visual artist and the writer, and so like I think we work really beautifully together, to be honest, despite some bumps in the road. But I think we really bring each other's like strengths to light, and we're really good partners when we're synchronous.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think anytime you try to do like, obviously the podcast isn't a business yet, but like that's the dream. But if you mix like business with friendship, there's always going to be a different dynamic with a friendship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it's different than like, hey, let's just hang out.
Well, then
Yeah.
you guys,
trying to get
you know each other.
shit done.
You know each other, so you know the daggers that you can throw a
Yeah.
little bit better than just
Yeah.
somebody you work with.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Well, yeah, your coworkers, you're going to be like super polite and not so honest with them.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm not friends with my podcast host.
Right?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. just hate them right out the gate.
Yeah, yep.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, right. For me,
Andy, you didn't answer your. Oh, I was going to say
I know.
you didn't
I'm
answer
getting there.
yet.
I was letting everybody else answer first.
All right, I gotta go now.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear.
I love doing the podcast with Roddy. It's the funnest thing that we do that I've done that I can do.
Apparently, I'm not a fun person outside the podcast.
I don't like that you don't post ever.
I understand that.
You
I
slack
saw that
on
one
posting,
coming.
and we've even had like we used to do a weekly business meeting.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore, which is fine. But
we do weekly or bi-weekly rather.
yeah. And we talked about doing a post every other day. Like you take this day, I'll take that, and that fell off.
Yeah.
And then just like the last one with your jersey.
Yeah, I posted
I'll post that. I'll post it right now. And then it came out 3 days later.
2 days later. 2 days later.
So that's the only thing that really bugs me.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I'm not a poster. I'm not on social media. I'm on like Snapchat, but that's like basically all my friends that I like actually talk to, or like at least have interactions with every now and then for the most part. So it's not a whole lot of people that I'm friends with on there, but I like to post on there. But yeah, like I haven't posted on Facebook. Like I posted once for the Super Bowl. I have like 10 Rams jerseys and I wore all of them at the same time. And then I took,
and then you need those shoulder pads for real.
I know. It looked like I had shoulder pads on because it got thick.
Some of those jerseys were big, and some of them were really small on you, though.
Well,
a little tight.
Well, the one was from when I was 10 years old.
I know. I couldn't believe you got that thing on.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Well, I used to buy the child ones, like when I was trying to be cute, Giants fan, and that shit don't fit me. Let me tell you what, it's not made for women. It's not.
But yeah, so I wore all my jerseys and I took them one off at a time, and I just posted it on Facebook because I had a couple people like wanting to see it. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to send it to everybody.
And it blew up.
Yeah,
and I was like, man, if that was on the podcast page, that would have been great.
Yeah, and then I sent it on the podcast page, and it didn't
blow up.
blow up.
So,
But yeah, that's something I could definitely get better at.
Because it helps. It helps a lot.
And I'm decent at like doing the videos. I'm not a poster, so I don't think about it. Like, so I need to like just.
And the reason I like you when you do is because you are very creative.
Yeah, I like doing those videos, and I like I don't know. I need to get into it. I'll start doing videos. And I'll send them to you so that like, I can make you laugh.
You don't even have to post. Just send them to me and I'll post them for you.
Yeah. I'll just
Which is fine.
I'll just create funny videos because I love doing that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Friendships solving friendships here on our crossover.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. Like, I love doing the podcast with you, man. I've said it
I
time
just
and
need
time
to
again.
post more. That's why you said post more Malone.
Yeah, right? Boom.
That's his name, right? Post more
Well, I feel like that question went over pretty well.
Yeah, a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
No one's walking out.
There's no blood over
It
here.
went pretty sour quickly.
Yeah. No, I feel like we actually, like, everybody was honest, which is good. And I feel like everybody was accepting of the criticism. It wasn't even really bad criticism.
No,
but it was
not at
just
all.
enough for, at least for everybody to grow, you know?
Exactly. One, it's like I said, I have literally nothing would stand up in court, if you will, because she's not wrong. I own up to some really bad mistakes, and I'm not proud of that. But and that kind of goes back to like this is going deep again, but like my insecurity. And Amy and I talk about this openly as friends and as business partners. But like her and I are both creatives. Obviously, like she's visual and the writer creative, but like we both as creatives have found like we're scared to do something because we're scared to fail, right? And for me, I was always late or often late. I'm no longer, or unprepared because I just paralyzed myself into like not doing anything because I was like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. You know, that was the little voice in my head telling me. And bullshit. Our shit is kicking off, and like I'm really proud of us. So we're, so. And Amy knows that we've had this discussion, and so she's been a wonderful friend and partner in understanding that. So
Well, I think it would be weird if it was like always perfect anyway. I think it's probably good we got all that out in the open to begin with. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Like trying to figure out like how each other works.
Mm-hmm.
That had to be done.
Yeah, and like, I do work differently, obviously, and you too, and that's okay. But the bottom line is our agreement is like, gotta come with it, gotta be prepared, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so, and that's it.
Well done.
No one's still walking off the set.
No, I'm done. I'm so upset.
I am out of here.
You guys said you're not Rams
Dramatic
fans.
exit.
You guys said you're not Rams fans, so I'm done.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Sorry about it.
Cry about it.
I'm a Yankee doodle all the way.
Yankee
East
doodle
Coast for life.
in Arizona.
Well, that's true. Now we're called zonies, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, people that are natives or I'm practically native now after like damn near 20 years out here. But zonies.
Zonies.
I do like that.
I like it.
When you guys get your driver's license down there, they don't expire for like 40 years.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. So today at Guitar Center with my Guitar Center snafu, I had forgotten my wallet, and so I tried paying through Apple Pay. Couldn't do that, so I had to pay online. Finally got that shit done, and then to verify my identity, he's like, "Oh, do you have your ID?" And I was like, "No, that's why I don't have my wallet." And he's like, "That's all cool. It's cool. Just tell me when it expires." And I was like, "Well, Arizona, it doesn't expire till fucking 50 years, so he's like, that's cool. Just give me a month and a year, and I'll just put some shit in there." And I was like, "All right, cool.
Nice.
Thanks, Chad."
Yeah, I think mine expires like 2054 or something
Wow.
Yeah, it's freaking nuts.
Yeah, mine too. It's like, or 55. It's bizarre.
How often do you guys gotta update a picture or something like that, though?
Yeah.
I think that you actually do. So my good friend from college, she grew up here in Scottsdale, and she had to get her like picture retaken like 5 years ago. But it's still not even that often. People change in 5 years, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I'm like 40
5
years
can't be
ago.
that dramatically different.
So do they add 5
don't know.
years to the expiration date, or is it still the same expiration
No,
date?
same.
Same. 50 years. That's bizarre. I don't know.
That is
Like,
weird.
we have like a problems, quote unquote, with the border, and yet you're gonna not expire our licenses for 50 years? Like, what the fuck?
I think it's
I'm
awesome.
not
I
complaining
think it's
about
so
it. I hate
cool.
going to the. I love it. I hate going to the DMV.
I
I'll
was
take it.
Oh
any
yeah,
day.
no, I mean it's fine. It's just you know, that's one of the things that's like left over from Wild West.
I feel like
weirdness things.
I want to be a
I'll
resident.
take it.
Yeah. You could live here and go to the DMV and wait 2 years before you get your driver's license
Yeah.
after you take your picture.
How many?
Feels like 2 years.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Takes forever.
Well, is it true that all DMV people, no matter where you are, are assholes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see if everybody's got that in common at
I don't,
least.
I don't get it. Like,
Mhm.
why do you hate your, like, you chose this career. Why do you hate it so much? Like, if you don't like it, get out of
Like,
here.
get the fuck out of here.
Once you go to the DMV, there's no going at like leaving. I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lock you in. They
Well,
put you in a cage.
It's just like in
Oh,
Arizona.
look at there.
What's that?
It's her as Voldemort.
Oh, sick.
That actually looks really good.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Am I not-
Zoom, Krista, you can.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I'm hearing some visual cues here.
Yeah,
that I'm
that's a
missing.
visual one. But maybe like it's like the DMV of Arizona though. Like it's 50 years.
Yeah, they only got to see every 40 years, so
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
No, they're still assholes.
But look, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
like their job, like they have to have that job for 40 years.
Yeah, they like you have to stay here as long as your license like expires.
Yeah.
Then you're allowed to leave.
Yep. Then you
Oh,
can
like
find another
prison.
job.
You
Yep.
never can go.
They must think of it like
So, all right, Krista, what's your
I
last
think we're to
question?
the last question, right?
Yeah, we are on the last
Yes.
question.
last question will dovetail us right into either my or Amy's story,
Oh,
and it has to do with criminal comedians. And I'd like to know from the two fellas first, who are comedians, which, P.S., I know I told Mandy this, but like, comedy to me is the most elevated form of art, by the way. Like, it's incredible. Like, don't take such a certain mind. Like, I'm not like fucking pandering. I'm dead ass. Like, I've always said this. Like, it's just so, just the mind is just awesome. So,
yeah, we're
props,
gifted.
fellas.
Well, thanks.
Especially stand up. So anyhow, okay, why do you guys think that comedians get caught up in so many damn scandals?
I'll take this one.
You can have, yeah, go first.
I don't think a lot of them do, but the ones that do, comedians are not very mentally stable. None of us are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of demons in our heads, and they float around.
Mhm.
So I think the ones that really fall off track are the ones that were already pretty far off track.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I think the ones that are really getting in trouble, their demons are a lot darker than the rest of ours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like Louie, we were talking about that the other day with you.
yep, yeah, I think and like I said, I don't know the whole story with Louis, and from what I heard, that's just something that he was into. I mean, it is what it is. That's his.
What a plant, man!
I have no
Whatever.
idea. Right? It is
Whatever gets
whatever gets you off, I guess. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I think
Sexy
it's
psychic.
I think it's their mental.
Anyway.
It's their mental capacity. I think they have, but that's where our creativity comes from too. Is our mental problems
Mhm.
and our mental states is where a lot of our comedy comes from. I know that's where a lot of mine comes from.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And I mean, like, I haven't, like, gotten to that point, but I think it's that along with, like, the lifestyle. Like, if you're on
Yeah.
the road,
Mhm.
like, it's gotta be tough. Like, if you're just constantly
Oh, I can
traveling,
imagine.
whether you have a family or not, like, you're always moving, and you gotta
Mhm.
gotta deal with that along with all
Yep.
the demons. And
living in a suitcase
And being
on your
on
own.
too, to your point.
Yeah, always
Rowdy,
being
like always gotta be on. Like when
Yep.
do you get a chance to recharge, you know?
yeah,
Well, when you're on the road too, like it can get so boring because you're
Yeah.
just like waiting all day, and that's like for your show, and it could be easy like if you have an addiction like drinking or anything like that, like
Yeah.
you because you're bored, you
Yeah.
partake
Yeah.
in that addiction more
Mhm.
to like kill time.
Yeah, no, most people's
Yep.
work day starts at 8 a.m. A comedian's doesn't start till sometimes 8 o'clock at night,
9.
10
Yeah.
o'clock at night.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Yeah, and they're like in a city they don't know. I mean it would be cool, then it wouldn't be cool. Like it would get boring sometimes too.
Yeah,
You're staying 90% of the time. You're staying in a shitty hotel.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It
Until
seems
you,
glamorous, but then it's not glamorous
Yeah,
when you really think about it.
yeah, until you get to that point where like you're making
the big bucks.
the big bucks, where you can actually
Right.
get the good stuff.
But then you're also bringing your friends
Mhm.
with you and all that.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's
then also at that point you're making the big bucks. You can do
a lot more things.
a lot more things, and if you have those demons, you're doing stuff that you might
Well,
not.
or
Yeah,
yeah,
you,
well,
you should,
yeah.
probably shouldn't, but
Right.
Yeah, and then
Which-
people want like always want
Fine.
their 5 minutes with you. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
think I wouldn't like
Mhm.
that
yeah,
if I was famous, people like would come up to me and expect me to be funny.
Yeah.
Like if I was getting a
Yeah.
coffee, I'd be like, I just want to
Yeah.
get my coffee in silence. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you a joke.
Right.
yeah,
Not a freaking monkey here, right?
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you paying me right now? Because that's my job.
Yeah,
Like,
that's my job.
You want me to like here? You're a mechanic. Hey, do you want to come fix my car real
Yeah,
quick?
right.
Like, I don't
Just
know.
for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Plus, it's like I love Hannibal Buress brought this up. He's like people ask
Oh, yeah,
him.
he's great.
Yeah. He talks about people asking him jokes all the time. He's like, it's not in the right context. Like I'm not on a stage. There's
Exactly.
not lights pointing at me. You get to talk right away. Like we're having a conversation. This isn't like a monologue that I'm prepared for.
Right.
Like it's completely different. So
Absolutely.
no.
And some of my
No, I love what you guys are saying. Like the thin line between they always say it's so cliche, but genius and madness,
Mhm.
you know, and like you're saying, Andy, like the demons for sure fuel the creativity, but yeah, it's like when it crosses that line, probably that's how they get themselves into that trouble
Yeah.
area.
And then you got people like me with just complete genius. That's it. That's all you have is genius.
24/7 nonstop.
No madness.
It's hard though. That's what I'm saying. I'm just kidding.
You and Amy, tough life being perfect.
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Yeah.
Well, how-
Right. Awesome. Any thoughts, Ames, on that, or you pretty much touched on it too?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
I mean, I
Like-
pretty much echo what they're saying. I think to be funny, like truly funny, you probably have to be a little bit like fucked up in the head,
Mhm.
or like
Some of the
you
funniest
had to
people
have
are.
some dark things like happen to you. Because I sometimes think it's like the dark things that make people see like the funny parts in life.
Yeah,
Yeah, because sometimes if it's that dark, that's all you have
Mhm.
to. The only thing you can do is make it light.
yeah.
If
The
it's,
only thing that
you
you can
know.
look forward to sometimes.
So-
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some of the
But-
funniest comedians.
But also, you really think comedians tend to do more crimes than other populations of people? Or is it, because I feel like every group of people has a few bad apples. Like,
yeah.
For
I
sure.
feel like actresses, there's always going to be a few people who are terrible.
Yeah.
Any group, there's going to be a few people who are doing that stuff. So do you really think there's that many more people who are comedians that lean that way compared to other groups of people?
I don't think so, but they're the ones that are getting noticed
Well, yeah,
because they're in the spotlight.
yeah, they're in the spotlight. They're the ones that people see when they're trying to enjoy their free time, rather than somebody else, like a teacher. Like if you guys were to do something, like that's not going to get as much popularity as say like a Jerry Seinfeld or like a comedian like is
Yeah,
it's in
exactly.
the spotlight. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Jerry
Mhm.
did anything, but I'm just saying
That we know.
that we know.
What is
I
it?
hope not.
He's so rich,
Love
he got
him.
the PR people like myself that can reduce his scandals, whatever they may be, because they all got him.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll leave that. Yeah. So thanks. Yeah, I totally agree
Wow.
with you guys. I mean, to your question, Amy, I don't know if they're necessarily. I think entertainment. Like if you bucket comedians and like entertainment, like entertainers in general, I think get themselves into shit because
Yeah.
they're always walking that line of like public face versus private.
Yeah.
If they get any privacy,
Yeah.
who knows?
And sometimes that can blend too. Like there's
Yeah.
some people that like get into this character and then that's all they know is that character. They don't even know who they are really.
Yep. Yeah, like Jim Carrey, like
Yeah,
he's such a
yep.
great example of really like so geniusly funny, but also so dark
Yeah.
and beautifully, sadly dark. But like, wow, like man. But anyway,
I think Jim, the biggest thing with Jim was he focused so much on the art that he let a lot of people go.
Yeah.
He didn't keep anybody close.
yeah, it's so sad.
He doesn't text
But-
me anymore.
I know.
Damn, guys, we need to get that private jet going. Come on.
Yes.
I'm still freaking hanging out with that dude.
All right. So,
Should we get into the second half of this?
Bewitching hour.
The Bewitching Hour.
Boom.
Yeah. Who's telling the story first?
I'm on my phone right now, obviously, as you can see.
Before we get into this, did you notice that when we were asking questions, they had the worried look on their faces and like scared answers, and then we get to Bewitching Hour, and they light up like it's Christmas morning. Like, oh boy!
You're like,
We're like, well, the questions are a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no.
To think of answers. I'm like, damn, because some of them I'm like, I was racking my brain. I was like, it's really hard to remember on the spot.
Yeah, for sure.
I know later tonight, like, or maybe tomorrow, like some of the questions, I'll have a better answer. I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah,
happens to us
I'm
all
sure you
the
guys
time.
do that all the time.
So
though.
that's why we're gonna have to have another collaboration, and you can kind of get your answers out there then, and be like, hey, by the way, I want to change my answer.
Okay, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
I think we did okay though.
You guys did great. You guys did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely.
Wait, did we look that scared?
No, you didn't look really scared.
No, but when
I'm just glad I was worried last night you guys were going to ask a bunch of pop culture questions. Because I'm like, I am terrible.
Yeah, she was sweating it out. She called me up. She's like, oh my God, pop culture. I don't know anything. I'm like, girl, you better get on your pop culture. Well, because me and her husband reference shit all the time. And she's like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. And I'm like, I can't.
If it doesn't have to do with comedians, we don't really bring it up.
Yeah. Amy, don't worry. We're never going to talk pop culture on here. I am the worst at that unless it's comedy or disc golf.
Yeah, we don't follow anybody.
Or something I can stream on any of the streaming services. That's basically all I know.
Okay.
Yep.
So
all right. Well, who wants to go first?
Well, Krista, what were you going to say?
Is yours funny or is yours sad?
Mine's lighthearted for sure. More lighthearted than I was gonna go.
Mine has like a touch of Oprah in it. Like,
I'll go first then, because let's end it on the queen herself.
Well, she's not actually in it, but yeah, it's just
right.
sweet.
Okay, let's end it on sweetness. Mine's briefer than usual, and it's not the story like format that we usually do. It's more of a listicle, like I said. And by the way, can you guys hear me okay? Since my AirPods died, so I'm just like.
Yeah,
you're fine.
Yeah, you were saying that. I was gonna ask if you were gonna add to that because you were talking about being on your phone, but.
Oh yeah, this is okay, right?
Yes,
yeah,
you sound perfect. I didn't notice a difference.
Sweet. All right. Well, I have California criminal comedians.
Ooh.
A little listicle for you guys. So I've got 5 listed here, and they are actually in a series that San Francisco did called actually Criminal Comedians. And this was back in 2015, so I don't think that they're still doing it. So these are all California dudes.
Okay.
So I want to know if you guys know these fellas, and before I get into it, their like little backgrounds, I want to ask you guys and everybody. I'm gonna poll you guys. What do you think their crime was?
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
I like
Okay.
this.
You guys ready?
Ready.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. First up, we have Keith D'Souza from San Fran, I believe. Let me see. Where's he from?
Should I know this person?
I was gonna
I
say,
didn't know him either.
I don't know that name.
Okay, so we're
D'Souza.
judging him by his
Sounds
name.
familiar.
Yeah. What's his crime?
That his name is Keith.
I'm gonna say indecent exposure.
Ooh, indecent exposure. I like
Ooh,
that.
that's a
Good
good
guess. What do you guys think?
I was gonna stay stealing from a club.
Okay, theft. Okay.
I'm gonna say jaywalking.
Ooh,
The
you know what
darkest.
though? They hand out tickets in Tempe. They used to anyway.
Yeah.
When I was a young warthog, they would try to like. I think I got pulled over by a bike cop once, actually, for jaywalking on
Wow.
Mill Avenue, which is like our party street. Anyhow, Amy wins this round. Ding ding to Amy.
Oh.
Indecent
Oh,
exposure.
yes.
Indecent exposure.
I
I'm
should.
That happens a lot though in
Wait, did you
Cali.
cheat? Were you looking at my document?
No, I just guessed. 'Cause I feel like a lot of comedians do that.
I didn't
Well,
mean to.
Louis again. I mean,
She's
without
seen too
my
many of our
kids,
sets,
I
Roddy.
guess.
She's seen way too many of our sets.
I didn't mean to get so excited at that crime either. By the way, I was like, "Oh, she's right." I was like trying to show my excitement for her being right, not the crime itself. That's what I just wanted to get that.
I
out there.
hear you. Listen, Amy and I got in a huge fight about Louis. We won't go there right now, but we it was after a night of wine, and I was, yeah, it was
You
an
let my-
interesting.
Feminist heart down.
You know, I'm a feminist. I was just expressing my opinion. That is a little strayed from the feminist path and point of view on that one. Anyhow, oops, video go down again.
Yeah, it
Yep.
did. Yeah, that's why I was frowning.
Damn it,
But you guys couldn't
internet.
see
Okay,
that.
well, at least I PDF'd my document, so thank God I have it up. Okay, next comedian. Again, all these guys are California bros. Next up, Jabari Davis.
Ari Davis. That sounds familiar, but I
I
don't
think I
know.
know him if I
That's
seen
kind
his
of
face.
familiar.
I'm gonna
What's
say
his name? Bari?
Jabari, Jabari.
I'm gonna say
I'm
taxes.
about to say something that's really not PC.
Go for it. We can cut it
Okay.
out.
He hijacked a plane.
Oh,
That'd be
that
sweet.
sounds like Dubai. I don't know. That was not PC either.
Oh man. I'm
Any
trying to
guesses?
think.
I'm gonna say taxes.
Taxes, okay. Good guess.
Ooh, that's a good guess. I got a clue. Shoot, I don't know. I'm gonna say stealing from somebody.
The club.
Stealing from the club. I'll say. I know
Okay.
I'm gonna say indecent exposure.
that. I'm gonna say jaywalking.
Nope, Roddy. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
Roddy guessed
Stealing?
it.
Boom.
5 points for you.
Yes.
Grand theft.
Man.
So you guys are tied. I'm giving points now, by the way.
Nice.
Teach your brains on. Ow. Sorry. I just pulled my rolled ankle. Oh God.
Don't
Damn
do
it.
that.
Oh,
You okay?
fuck, that was not something. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. Up next, we have David, and I'm gonna mispronounce this one.
No, I think
Gabari?
David was right. I think David
Gabari?
was right.
David, what?
I thought we just did him.
No, we did Jabari Davis.
So who's this
now
one?
this is David Gobari. Oh, that does look similar. Like an inversion
Yeah.
of each other almost.
Gabari.
David Gborie. Gobari? Gabari. Gori.
David
I'm gonna
Gabari.
say illegal immigration.
Oh my God, I can't stop this.
Yeah, we're gonna be canceled again.
Fucking definitely canceled 100%.
Oh man, I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say armed robbery.
Oh, I was
Okay.
gonna say that. That
Ooh.
was a
That's a big one.
good one. Dang it, you stole mine.
I can't. I'm racking my brain for different types of crimes. I
I've-
can't think of anything.
Indecent exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, now y'all are repeating. No, surprisingly,
I'm gonna
none
say,
of the above.
I'm gonna say it
Oh,
was.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say he was pretty decently exposed.
Oh my god. Nope. Wrong. 0 points. For everybody. He was a man after my heart, drunk in public.
Oh.
Oh.
How have I never been arrested for
I
that?
was gonna say
So
that
I
asked
sounds like
myself
something
that
I would have
too.
gotten.
But you didn't say Ron White.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Next up, Matt Lieb.
Oh, I think I
Matt
know
Lieb.
him.
I have not heard of Matt
I'm
Lee.
gonna say drugs.
Ooh.
Okay, we got drugs.
I'm gonna say identity theft.
Oh, that's a good one too. I didn't think of that one.
Vandalism.
Oh, I'm gonna.
One guess, damn it.
I'm taking vandalism.
White collar crimes. Actually, I just Googled
White
different types of
collar
crimes.
crimes.
I'm taking vandalism.
Harassment. Theft. Wire fraud.
Oh my god, okay.
We committed a white collar crime. That's my guess.
Rodney, do you have anything?
What was it?
Do you have anything?
Oh, me? I was gonna steal vandalism, but I think I'm gonna say murder.
Oh, that's a big one. All wrong again.
Dang it.
0 points. Possession.
That's
Although
what I
Mandy
meant.
was close with
Boom.
drugs. So yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you got 5 points.
He gets
Possession.
he gets 2.5 points.
You guys get 1 point for your answers
Well,
being
you
right.
know
I got
what?
5.
I don't know if
Suck
it's
it.
possession of a weapon or drugs.
Oh,
Doesn't
Probably
say.
drugs.
So I give him half of his points. I did get 5 points, by the way. She gave me 5.
Oh.
I remember that. I remember.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Me too. What a good business partner and friend. Podcast host.
You could only dream of having that.
I know. God damn it. What am I doing? All right. Last one. We have Stroy Moyd. What an interesting name.
Troy Moyd.
Troy Moy.
I'm gonna say forgery.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Sorry. You're just cracking me up with all these
I'm gonna say
Random shit.
I'm gonna say a copyright.
Computer crime.
Ooh, copyright and
Mhm.
computer crime. I'm gonna say he
Ooh.
ran out onto the field buck naked.
Ooh, that'd be fun. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
One day.
I've done it a couple times. It's
You
pretty-
have?
No, I have not.
Tell us more.
I
was like,
haven't.
oh my
no.
God.
I lied to you
I never
guys.
streaked. I was always playing.
I only streaked his games actually.
I did, but never. No, it wasn't. It wasn't public, but it was in high school off a freeway ramp.
Ooh.
I like-
I've streaked a million times. There's never across the field.
Yeah, that was
Why?
fun.
Why?
Why
I don't
streak?
You remember my friend Liz? You met her.
I never turned down a
Um,
dare.
We were children, and we had a good time.
Nice.
Just seems
Anyway.
random off the highway.
Well, we streaked in her backyard too, but I don't know. We were driving around, and it might have been high. I don't know.
Well, I think I ran all around town one time.
Dang.
We're going streaking.
Bring your green hat. You could come too.
Hey, how are you, Frank? You cold tonight?
Chilly out there, huh?
I'm gonna be
Oh my
honest.
god, I love you already too.
Can we can we hit up KFC? Or...
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Amy, do you know what we're talking about on that pop culture ref?
Oh no.
She's so
Old school, man.
Um,
I'm
Will
still
Ferrell.
looking at different types of crimes.
Yeah. So what was his
Alright,
crime?
Well, so Stroy Moyd was vandalism.
Oh, I should have said
Oh,
vandalism.
damn it! I almost.
Sorry,
said
guys.
that.
I was gonna.
No points.
Dang it.
So
Okay.
in that case, I think Amy the fellas split up their points.
I only got 5.
I got
So-
5.
I think Amy got 10.
Oh, then you and Amy are tied.
Oh,
So we got a 3-way tie.
3-way
Is there another
tie.
one?
Boom.
nice.
No, I'm sorry, I don't have a tiebreaker. For this one.
So you can just send me the
Um,
prize. You can just send Roddy the prize and call it even. Call
Boom.
it
losers consolation.
good.
No, you donate it. So I think it is actually a tie. All right. I have a little bit about them each, but I don't know if you guys care to know. But again, they're all California comedians, and they were part of this San Francisco tour or series that would rotate comedians that had a quote unquote criminal record, and
Nice.
it basically helped them to make fun of again their past. And I just wanted to read what they had in their little promo because I thought it was funny. It said, "This may be the only show in America where if you don't laugh, you might get stabbed. Just kidding, we hope."
Jeez.
Um, and so before each set, the premise of this showcase was that they would like tell the backstory of each of those crimes. And unfortunately, like I looked them up in all of the news, like I Googled them, everything, and nothing came up except this showcase because it's part of their shtick. Like it's part of their
Yeah.
set where they tell their story. So I couldn't tell you exactly how they got into indecent exposure, grand theft, drunken public possession, and vandalism.
Yeah.
But each of them had that. And it was pretty damn funny, but they also said that comedy, as you guys well know, is truly the best form of therapy, and I like couldn't agree more if you couldn't tell based on my earlier comments about comedy. So yeah, they're all pretty goddamn funny, and like not only did they do like local showcases in the Bay Area, but you know, they've all travel around the world doing different performances. Some of them work with Dave Chappelle. One of them has their own podcast. And yeah, they're all San Fran, California based fellows. So, different flavor. But
Yeah.
actually, Jabari Davis I watched a little YouTube of him, and he was pretty cool. He did a docuseries called Escape from LA, and really again, like, about how comedy was his ticket out of a shitty life that could have
Yeah.
been full of crime.
Yeah.
But instead, he took to the stage and really found therapy in making others laugh. So I thought that was pretty cool. And he also, talking about East Coast, West Coast beef, he did a little YouTube shtick about how the New York crowds are the fucking toughest crowds, and because you can waste their time. Like, and I, as an East Coaster, totally be like, don't waste my fucking time. We're here to laugh. Like, get to it.
Yeah.
And whereas LA, like, the audiences are like super chill. And they're like, yeah, man, and like give you a little bit more of a break to like get into your set. And but yeah, it was interesting. So
that is cool.
anyway, I don't know if you guys had experience with that. Like
New York is definitely a lot tougher. From what I've heard, New York and Philadelphia is two of the toughest crowds around.
Oh yeah, Philly does not.
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
But you got to realize also in Cali, weed's a little more acceptable. So,
oh yeah, that's
true.
a good point. I
Chill.
didn't think about that.
I like to think though that all 5 of those crimes actually were one giant crime.
Okay.
Yeah.
They all committed them together.
Yeah, they all committed
Yeah,
them
it's like a
together.
team.
He's like, I'm gonna vandalize while you steal.
David, it's your turn tonight.
Yeah. And you're gonna get caught for possession for some reason. I didn't work out the math. I was just...
sucks for the one guy. I guess I gotta show my junk tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody stole the weed while the guy was being like vandalizing something. I don't know. Well, I'd have to think that through.
Or okay, here I got it. The indecent exposure was the distraction for somebody to steal the weed.
Boom.
While the other vandalized and the other one just got wasted in public.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
There it is.
Boom. There we go.
You got it.
Round trip.
Nailed it.
The guy that was
That's
the
my
guy that
set.
was drunk was probably the opener, so he just sat at the bar while the other three freaking did their acts, and then they committed their crimes. So he was already wasted by the time the crimes were about to take place.
Well, the guy that was caught drunk in public, he was the getaway vehicle. But he was drinking too much, so then everybody got caught.
Yeah, because he couldn't drive because he didn't want to have a worse crime.
Yeah. Yep.
I like this.
That's
We're
what it
breaking
was.
this all down.
Nobody knows this, but the stupidest podcast is slowly becoming the smartest podcast.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
We're hoping
Thanks
within
to
10
your
years now we'll be
Bewitches.
Yep.
mediocre
Yeah.
podcast.
Yep. So in about 5 years, we're going to be the average knowledge podcast. And then 10 years.
5 years?
Yep.
Damn. Give us a little more credit than that.
We're hoping by the time we retire, we're like, the okay
You
podcast.
can retire when you're
Yeah.
finally smart.
Yeah, right?
They got there.
They made
really-
it.
They did it.
They done did it. Oh my gosh. Well, that was my short shtick and set. But yeah, thank you guys for humoring me with that because I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to keep it lighter because Amy pointed out that the route I was gonna go was pretty deep, pretty dark, and let's have fun.
So before we move on, so they did a tour because they did crimes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's
one
actually
of the
pretty
San
cool.
Francisco theaters, it was a what do you call it? A showcase that they would do. They would rotate different comedians out every week or bi-weekly, maybe even monthly. This was back in 2015 from what I found on the San Francisco newspapers and events. And they would rotate out like different comics who had to use their crimes in their set to tell their story. Like,
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
get that. Now that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I caught
so-
that, and that seems like a really cool idea, and I think they should do that with other showcases. Like, not necessarily, it doesn't have
Right.
to always be crime, but it can be like other stuff. Like maybe something happened to a group of people, and like, oh, these are the people that this happened to, so they get to go do their stuff. Like, I think that'd be really cool.
Come see our felons.
yeah, I totally
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
I love it. That's cool.
come see our Rams fans.
Yeah.
Nah, we're good. We're good on that.
Yeah,
Thanks. Pass.
One,
P.S. Super Bowl is here next year, you guys. Phoenix.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Ooh.
we should like come down and celebrate. I know you guys
You
aren't huge.
should.
Yeah, you guys aren't huge
And
into
also,
football,
the
but-
Giants may or may not have won the last Super Bowl here, motherfuckers.
They did? I didn't know that.
Actually, no, sorry. That was 2011. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But that would be cool. Maybe we'll have to plan a trip down there for around Super Bowl next year and
Hopefully the Vikes will
join
be there.
join the festivities.
Yeah, you
Have-
should. It's a lot of fun. Obviously the town gets super fucking busy, but like there's always activities going on and stuff.
Well,
so.
plus like at that point it's gonna be pretty decent weather compared to where it is here. So I'm gonna bring my disc golf.
Like,
discs.
yeah, there'll be your little guys' escape.
Yeah, we're gonna play some disc golf down there, and
There you go.
we'll teach you guys how to play.
Boom.
That would be
Fun.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
You actually have one of the
Sweet.
biggest football podcasts down there.
Is that
We do?
Yeah.
Is that the footballers?
Yeah, the footballers.
Yeah, nice.
They're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, they're based out of Arizona. They're the number one
What do they do
sports
to talk about
podcast.
football?
The fantasy football, yeah.
Yep, fantasy football.
Oh, okay.
Fantasy footballers, I think that's what it's called.
They're making bank.
Yeah, they are.
I was gonna say, I wonder if I know these dudes. Are they in Phoenix? Do you know? Let me see.
Yeah, they're
In that area.
in that area. They say they're from Phoenix or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix is massive, like LA. It's like just fucking huge and sprawling.
They gotta be. They're
What do you call
making.
it, the footballers.
Yep.
The fantasy footballers.
Yep.
Yeah, if you look them up, if you know them,
Yeah.
you need to introduce us.
Yeah.
Because we'll go on their podcast.
Absolutely. Them guys are making
Dang.
bank in their regular jobs too, so they
Oh,
gotta
the
be.
internet's not working. That's why.
Oh, yeah,
Why
we
is
can't.
it?
We should have known. We
Yeah.
can't see you.
We're back in the 1800s here.
Well,
Jesus
Well, in
Christ.
1980s at least.
I was gonna say when I first moved, because I used to live down here in the cities area in Minnesota, and now I moved up to the Duluth area. When I moved up there, we didn't have internet for 7 months. Can you believe that?
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't. So we played
What
board
do you do with your time? I feel like
Well, we
without the internet, I don't know how to function anymore.
well we had like our phones, like because we had like data that we could use. But at the time, like we played a lot of board games, some video games that didn't necessarily have to go online for, and just hung out. So it was a good time. Like without internet, it was actually really fun.
Oh, I'm sure it's refreshing sometimes. But
Yeah.
It probably makes you be more like creative.
Oh yeah, we got creative with just playing a bunch of games.
So that's how I got into
into
disc golf.
Yep. Yeah, we started Josh and Chantel, my roommates, and they went to an estate sale, bought 5 baskets, and we thought it was just going to be another a backyard game we could play, and it turned into a huge thing that we were
A lifestyle for you guys.
Yeah, we're really into it.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
yeah.
Should I tell my story now?
Yeah.
Yes, but now I need a pee break. Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Pee break, give me 1 second.
Yeah, we've been going a long time. This is a long episode.
I know. I was gonna say editing's gonna be
It's
quite the job.
Yeah. Shouldn't
Well,
be too bad though.
Either that, or I mean,
Yeah.
we're the stupidest podcast, so we can keep it in.
Right?
That's true.
Maybe we can allow them to have pee breaks when we have pee breaks.
So Amy, I don't think we ever mentioned this yet tonight. How we actually connected.
Yeah. How did you guys?
Well, I meant
No,
me and
you guys.
like with you guys.
Oh, duh. Yeah, we should have said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we?
Me and Amy actually went to middle school together, which you already.
I know. Which was
Would you-
like how many years ago now? Like 20...
5, 6.
5, 6.
25.
No, he's saying
You
5 or
feel
6.
so old.
Yeah.
What do you think? 24 years ago, maybe?
I've lived in Minnesota for 22 years now.
So did that.
So yeah, about 23 years.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 23 years ago?
Yep.
Damn, we're old officially.
I know. I ran into a buddy, and he had a kid pretty much in high school, and his kid was going into high school, and I'm like, "There's no way we are old enough to have high school kids."
I know. You're like, what?
I'm like, I'm not that old yet. Come on now, no way. Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, we are." I go, "No, we're not. Stop."
I know. When I was a teacher, a lot of the kids would tell me that their moms were my age. I was like, don't tell me that anymore.
Yeah,
It makes me feel
don't
old.
say
I was
that.
only like 25 though at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
Old
Sorry,
Vernon.
I am not a pee ninja like Amy. Sorry.
That's okay. We were just talking about how me and Justin know each other through middle school.
Oh yeah, tell us more. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry for the.
You didn't miss much. We didn't really talk about much. But,
No, I remember us talking on AIM quite a bit
Yep. Yeah,
back
'cause-
in the day.
yeah, I think you, if you could date back then, whatever you wanted to call it, I was dating one of your friends, Krista Seals.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
You were dating Krista?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. I think
I,
I love
first of all,
Krista.
there's only room for one Krista in your life, so.
I love I love Krista. I ran into her when I was at home. I don't know. It must have been like 5 years ago, but she was still just so. I don't know. She like ran over, gave me a huge hug and stuff.
nice.
Did she spell it with
Yeah.
like me or was it with a CH?
No, she spelled it the same way.
It was interesting. That's
She-
really rare. It's a rare name. That's cool.
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah,
Way funnier than this.
I didn't know you
Krista.
dated Krista though. That's funny.
yeah. I think that's how I actually
Who
got
are
to know you.
Who's like your friend group? Do you hang out with, like Brandon Leach and them? Are you friends with him?
Yeah, I was. I always hung out with like John Shellhorn. Who else? Jared Allman's probably, and I
Yeah.
still connect with Jared.
I spent
Yeah.
the night at his house.
Yep. We went down and actually both of us, I brought Roddy with, and we went down there to visit and stayed at Jared's
Small
house.
world.
And then Josh Wood
Okay.
and I don't know. There's a few others. I hung out with almost everybody though at one point or another. Joel Cox, Adam Poole, Jordan Burton.
I think I dated Joel Cox for a while.
Oh
In
God.
middle school romance.
Nice.
And Brandon
Still
Leach.
in middle school.
I think like every single one of my friends dated Brandon Leach. Isn't that funny? Like however, like in middle school, like you all share boyfriends.
Mm.
So there was a lot of hand holding.
Yeah.
Heavy petting.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah. That's funny.
Okay, well, I will get into my story, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I,
Do it.
same thing as Krista, though. Like, I honestly, I had no idea what to cover. And I was, like, Googling, like, comedians. And it kept on popping up comedians who have committed suicide. And I was like, that has nothing to do with
unfortunate.
crimes. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
really,
There's a lot of them
like,
that committed
half the articles
suicide.
that kept popping up as dark.
Yeah, that
Well, that's what happened. Like, back to our earlier convo, like, you know, there's that line of darkness and genius, and unfortunately, that happens a lot
Yeah.
with comedians.
Yeah, when they get real, real dark, it either goes to crime or to suicide.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But basically, mine is, I think it's a sweet story. So the reason I said it's Oprah, because it's like a feel-good kind of story. So I guess we can like end it on like a happy note.
Nice.
Now that we haven't been laughing all night. But my guy, his name is George Rojas, and he nicknamed himself the Red Speaks. I can't tell you why. But a little bit about him. He started out his career in like radio, and he hosted, I had no idea this was a thing, MTV3. Did you guys know that was a thing?
No.
No.
I knew MTV had like multiple channels, but I didn't know they had 3 channels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew 2.
I
not
knew that.
an
I knew
MTV.
there was 3 of them, but I didn't know it were, like, because there was MTV, MTV2, MTV Video. I don't remember
Don't you guys
MTV.
miss
Yeah.
the videos? I miss the videos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. I remember when music television was actually music.
Yeah.
Music.
Mhm.
Yes. Yep.
You guys sound so old saying that.
Well, I was gonna say, like, speaking of middle school days, God, we go home and turn on TRL, you know?
With Carson Daly.
Yep. Which
Yep.
PS, he's doing that for himself. He has the voice now. And something on NBC. The morning show.
Oh yeah.
Today Show.
I bet he made enough money probably from TRL that he never probably had to work again if he didn't want to.
Probably.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but that's what he does. And he's good at it.
So this guy, George, right? He was hosting shows and then on MTV, but he wanted to be in front of a crowd, and that's when he decided to be a comedian. And now we're going to fast forward to 2018. He's in a fully packed room and he's performing a set. And I'm sure both of the Justins can relate to this. Like when you're on stage and you have the lights shining on you, it's probably hard to make out who's actually in the audience,
Yeah,
right?
you can't see
Yeah.
anything. So
Well, it's tough to make out with anybody on stage.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. That was a bad joke.
Oh.
I was
so
that one.
serious. I was like,
I was too. I was like,
Yeah.
Sure, I get it.
With the pressure up there, like with the lights, like it's tough. You don't want to mess up in front of the crowd.
step your game up.
yeah.
But yeah,
I'm a little slow to that one.
It definitely depends on like what stage you're on and where you're at. The smaller clubs, if they have a bright light on you, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
and that's
if you're
basically
higher
what
up.
And he recalls, so he's like in the middle of a set, and then he sees like kind of like a silhouette of someone approaching him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, all of a sudden he sees a man standing in front of him, and he's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I'm in the middle of my set. What are you doing? This is kind of rude. And then he looks down at the guy, and he's able to make out the word police.
Oh,
And
jeez.
he has a uniform on. And so then the entire audience, everyone's quiet because they can't really figure out, like, is this part of the set or is this a joke? Like, what's going on? And at that point, the policeman then tells George, put the mic down and you are being arrested.
Wow.
And he turns around, lets him arrest him, right? And he's like panicking. His heart's like,
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
hallway, and he
Oh.
sees like his 2 other comedian friends, and they're like, they have like a camera out, they're recording him, and they're laughing. So it's obviously a prank.
Hold on.
Oh,
I think we
okay.
lost. I think we lost Krista. Hold on.
Oh, I'm back in.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. So Krista, do you hear the part with me saying his friends were there? It's all a prank.
So no, I cut off at police. He saw police.
Okay.
in the-
So to catch you up, the police officer takes George to the back. He sees his two friends who are also comedians. They're laughing at him and recording him. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And so here's the actual twist, though. So his two friends were playing a prank on him, and they staged the whole situation, but they didn't actually realize that George was on the run, and he was.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Holy cow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and he had been issued a third-degree felony charge, and he had multiple DW. What can I say this? He had multiple duties, basically.
Yeah.
He had committed from 10 years ago.
Yikes!
And part of the whole reason he actually got into comedy, I thought this was kind of interesting, is because he had all these felonies, he was never able to get employed. And he thought it'd be easier. I don't know anything about the comedy world, but he thought it'd be easier to perform like comedy shows, because I'm assuming there's not so much of a background check if you're performing,
Not really.
as if he was like looking for like a steady employment.
Huh.
And then after that week, you can imagine, like, he probably thought he was actually being arrested at that point.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah.
probably like, this is it. They came for me.
That is so messed up of his friend.
But because of the situation of his friends, like, doing the prank, it, like, made him, like, really contemplate, like, what am I doing? Like, I've been on the run for so long, and the longer I avoid this, it's going to be the longer that my sentence is going to keep racking up, right?
Probably.
And he didn't realize he was going to be so successful as a comedian. So he was getting all these offers to like like travel and do all these shows, but he couldn't really do the traveling because of like the felony.
Right.
And so he had basically two options. He could either do probation, but then he was like local to Dallas. So if he was placed on probation, he'd never be able to leave Dallas. And he's like, well, I can't really grow my career. Or he could turn himself in and go to prison. And that actually led to him turning himself in. Honestly, his family was like, you're freaking crazy. What are you doing? So he turned himself in, and he actually had to be in jail for 4 years.
4 years?
Shit.
Dang.
But this is the cool part, because this is actually where his career of being a comedian actually flourished. Because he was like a non-violent criminal, he was offered to be in what I would call like the elite prison club. He was accepted into the prison entrepreneurial program, which they refer to as PEP.
Okay.
And only 1% of prisoners actually can be part of this program. And only 50% of the people who are accepted into this program graduate from the program.
Nice.
And the whole program basically is to help, which I think is really cool, is to help prisoners transition into a career after they serve their time. Because we all know, like, a lot of people just get stuck in the system, because once you've been to prison, you can't really ever get a job afterwards because you have a record.
Right.
Right.
And
I'm wondering if he did stand up, like, for his fellow inmates, like, for practice. I bet he did.
Yeah. So, but through the program, so he's like, he's trying to learn like how to be a comedian and basically be a successful businessman. Because I mean, yeah, if you want to be a comedian full time, you have to know how to do both.
Yep.
Sure.
And part of his assignment was he read a book by Steven Rosenfeld. Do you guys know who he is?
Steven
Rosenfeld.
Yeah.
Part of the.
Heard
you
the
do?
name.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard the name. I'm not familiar with like everything. But.
Okay. I didn't know, because it's part of the comedy world, but Krista, he's basically like a producer. He's the producer and founder of the American Comedy Institute in New York. And so he's like trained some of the most famous comedians, like Jim Gaffigan, and then he helped out on like The Late Show with Dave Letterman, Jimmy Fallon, Conan O'Brien, Amy Schumer, Key and Peele, and like countless others.
I know all of them for sure.
Countless others.
Wow, so she's a big deal. Because those are obviously huge names now.
Yep.
And then while George was in jail, and through this program, they were like, you should write him a letter and tell Rosenfield that you're like reading his book. And so he reached out to, sorry, one second. Okay, so he wrote him a letter, right?
Mhm.
And Rosenfeld actually, took the time to reply to George and offered him to be part of his training program while he was in prison. And then Rosenfield, the producer, even convinced the warden to allow George to start hosting comedy shows for the inmates.
Nice.
That's cool.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
And
I love that.
then while he was being trained by Rosenfield, that's when he was like put on parole, I think 4 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And that is kind of how his whole comedy career started. And he's still a comedian today.
Wow.
That's my heartwarming story about George Rojas.
Yeah.
That's
So
really cool.
where does he perform now? You know?
Well, it kind of stinks because the time he got out of jail is just when COVID started. So I don't. Yeah, so I feel like that kind of put a damper on his career because I was trying to Google it and see like what he has done. It doesn't seem like he's done a whole lot, but I think he's like slowly trying to rebuild himself because before he went to jail, that was like when he was starting to get a lot of traction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I think that's what he's like trying to get again.
Well, yeah, in COVID, like you couldn't perform.
Yeah,
You know, not live anyway.
COVID.
So, you know, he got to get his YouTube game up or his TikTok game.
Yeah.
Right?
So what's
Look
this?
at me trying to promote somebody else. Just let me stop. Let us get our YouTube and TikTok game.
What's this thing you call COVID?
All right.
Yeah. What is this thing that the past 2 years you've been dealing with?
Yeah.
Right. COVID killed a lot of comedy careers.
Yeah. And music
Yeah, and I
careers.
also like I also on Queer Eye there was a guy who was going to perform with like I think Beyonce or Rihanna, and it was like going to be his huge break into his career, and then
the DJ.
COVID happened.
Yeah, I saw that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like super depressed because he's like, I worked so hard to get to that point, and then it all fell apart. And I was like, I can't imagine the years it would take to get to that situation, like, and then for all of it to fall apart.
Yeah, I saw that episode. That was a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely. COVID really put a damper to a lot of careers because you just built, especially the middle.
Yeah.
The guys that were just about to make the break, they just they built up all that popularity, and now it just all went away.
Yeah.
I know. It is weird to think even like where would our lives be if it didn't happen?
Right.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I think it helped some people, but definitely hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that made a bank off of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, think about Zoom, think about WebEx, all the tech companies, mask companies, sanitization, or like right? Sanitization? Did I say that right?
Yep,
I'm tired.
sanitization.
Thanks. Yeah, man. Some people killed it, but others, like us creators, are starving artists out here. Man.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he gets it, up and running, because that was feel good until
Yeah, it was a good story, and then it obviously just like everybody else's story at that time. Just wasn't.
Yeah, but it's nice to hear actual like good stories of like good prison reform because usually it's not like that at all.
Yeah, usually it's the opposite where you're like, well, they were doing so well, and then that happened, and you're like, oh, and that's it.
Sounds like he had a pretty decent head on his shoulder to begin with. I mean, other than the DUIs, but
I mean, he was able to turn it around, and like that's the good part, like being able to see that, and like just doing all of that while like he was like able to turn himself in, and then also get all this other stuff going, and make a negative a positive.
Yeah, I mean, and the strength to like turn yourself in, and the quality of character to do that is, shows a lot.
Yep.
Took a lot of balls
I would
too.
just feel bad if I was one of his friends, though. Like, like, sorry I put you through that. Like,
Yeah.
you're on the run, and then your friends play that prank of all things on you.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, they
They
probably
didn't know any better,
They didn't
though.
know.
Yeah, they didn't know.
They probably didn't know. They were just
Like-
playing a prank on a friend, and lo and behold.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, you're a felon on the run? What?
Yeah.
You didn't tell us that."
That's true.
That would
Like,
have changed our idea. We would have probably gone some other direction.
Right.
Yeah,
We probably would have just heckled you.
exactly. Anyway, short and sweet, but this was a lot of fun. We
Yeah,
should do this again.
absolutely.
I love the questions.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, this was a great episode.
Yeah, I think next time maybe we could do more paranormal theme to kind
Yeah.
of match Bewitched Banter. Maybe
Yeah.
we could do like
Yeah.
questions revolving that.
Yeah, and
Yes.
actually we were
Oh, I love that.
yeah, we actually it's actually going to be following this episode. So this is going to be our next episode that comes out for us. But then right after that, we have an episode that we already recorded.
And we dedicated
cool.
it straight to sci-fi, mythical creatures, all that.
Yeah, so after you guys
I
listen
feel
to
like you guys talked about that quite a bit on your last episode I listened to. You were like talking about
Yeah. I
Bigfoot
love
and stuff.
that you believe in mermaids.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I forgot to make fun of you for that.
They're real.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
care. Go ahead.
Ariel,
But-
Chewbacca.
But yeah, we dedicated the whole, like, all our questions, all our little extra side segments are based onto the sci-fi, supernatural,
yeah,
mythical side. So
So if you guys are interested in that, I would definitely tune in the next episode for the Stupidest Podcast. You'll hear that, and then we'll have to have you guys on and do an episode of just that stuff as well, and get your take on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Sweet. Yeah, we love that. We are doing astrology after we launch you guys, because we'll be launching you guys next week.
oh,
Um,
nice.
So, what's your guys' signs before we go?
I'm a Cancer.
No, I'm a Leo.
Okay.
I'm a Leo.
Ah,
A Leo, okay. I'm the Gemini in the house.
Okay,
Nice.
Libra.
Libra.
Nice.
Okay.
I live on Gemini Drive too.
She does. Pretty
Nice.
cute.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll have to do
And
that.
apparently, she and I make a good love match, by the way, in everything I've read.
Ooh.
So,
It's good money in those films, I'm just saying. Yeah, this was
she
definitely
married
fun.
and shit. I don't fuck with married people. I'm not a homewrecker.
Yeah, so is this where we should plug all our stuff?
Well, do we dedicate? Are we dedicating?
yes.
yeah,
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 we
yeah,
guys
yeah.
have
I
a
forgot about
tradition
that.
of
Yeah, we
dedicating the episode.
absolutely.
That is very true. So who would you guys like to dedicate this episode to?
Well, before they do,
Oh.
in our podcast, we always dedicate to a comedian. We
Yes.
dedicate an episode to a comedian, so we let our guests choose who the next comedian is to be dedicated to. So, who would you guys like to dedicate to?
I don't
I
know
know
the
my
answer.
answer. Yeah, what you got, Ames?
Jim Gaffigan, because I love how he talks about his relationship with food all the time. Because I can
Nice.
relate.
Jim's a great guy.
Jim,
Love that.
that is a very
I'm
good
going
dedication.
Dave. Dave's my man. Always
Dave.
will be.
So
So,
Dave Chappelle
yeah.
and Jim Gaffigan. That's awesome. I like
Yeah.
that combination too.
Both have specials that just recently came out.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Jim's is good. I have Dave's on my to watch list.
See, and I've watched Dave's. I haven't
Listen.
finished Jim's.
Okay.
Speaking of our old asses, our old millennial asses, I have both DVDs of both seasons of Chappelle's show still.
I do
and
too.
I'm never selling them because I love Dave and always will.
Yep, I have those DVDs as well.
Dave-
You almost have to.
Did you
have
guys
those.
listen to his the one that he did in COVID that was outside?
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
beautifully. I laughed, I cried, I laughed and cried again, and holy shit, man! That made me love him more than I ever have before. I was like, wow,
Yep.
fucking genius.
Yep. He's one of the, if not the GOAT.
Yeah,
Like,
he's up there.
Of course,
I
I
have
always
to
say
say
Brian
that,
Regan
too.
is the GOAT. If you ever listen to this podcast, you know that I
I
love
never
Brian
listened to
Regan.
him.
Oh,
I'll have to check him out.
yes.
Really?
Who is
Yep.
it? Ryan.
Brian
Regan.
Yep.
Brian Regan.
Yep.
Okay.
He is my favorite comedian ever. But Dave is definitely
He's up
GOAT.
there.
He's GOAT
But everybody
material.
knows it's Richard Pryor, so we're all good.
Oh, yeah. Richard.
Yeah, but it goes Brian,
Amazing.
then everybody else.
See, and Richard Pryor is the GOAT to me, but I'm a huge Bert and Tom fan. Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Yep. Those are your boys.
Those are my boys.
But yeah, so Jim Gaffigan and Dave Chappelle.
Hot Pockets.
I love Jim and how he's changed over the years because like he's able to do comedy at that high of a level for over a decade. Like he's like
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah.
impressive.
yeah, he's doing so well. No signs of slowing down. Just keeps pumping them out and they're just good after better after great after everything. After better.
Better.
He's
More
making fun.
good.
He's getting gooder
More-
and
he's-
gooder.
He's more good.
More better.
He's then it's the goodest, and yeah, it just keeps getting.
Fun fact, he was a football player.
Yep.
Played at Notre
Oh, he
Dame.
was? I didn't
Yep.
know that.
Yeah, he played at Notre Dame.
What?
Yep.
I did not know
Yeah, he was the water boy. Just kidding.
he was huge. If you actually look at it, this
Oh, yeah.
football, he was a big boy.
Yep. Wasn't he on the line?
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
Pretty sure he was on the line.
Yeah, offensive line.
Yeah, you're a big boy usually. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Started, I think.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I don't know if he started or not.
He's lying.
I might have lied about that.
I have no idea.
trying to make you sound better, Jim.
Yeah. You know, Dave Chappelle played
First
in the
string.
NFL.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I was like, I would have known that. Thank you.
No, I think the only comedian that I know that has ever played in the NFL is Terry Crews. And he was a Ram.
Oh yeah. But did he really do comedy
He didn't
He
have a
doesn't do
huge
stand-up,
career.
real
yeah.
comedy?
No, and he doesn't do stand up and he's not like he's more of a comedic actor. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and he didn't have a huge
That's so
career.
impressive, though.
Yeah, he didn't do a huge career in football.
Gronk.
Well, The Rock too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gronk's doing stand up and he's
not.
hilarious.
He's a more
Oh.
like rom-com bullshit actor, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I like The Rock, Gronk. I didn't know Gronk was doing comedy though.
Yeah, you should look up his stuff. It's pretty freaking funny.
Wait, Gronk is?
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, he does stand up.
First of all, I hate him. But second of all, ew.
That's awesome.
Ew, really? No. Mm-mm.
It's funny.
No.
He's good. He's a good stand up. I actually like it.
Really?
I haven't heard a word of it,
Right,
so I
that's-
couldn't tell you. I know his football career is hilarious. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's such a douchebag. I can't.
Smart man though.
Yeah, listen, I mean, obviously Pats are fucking awesome, but
Dude
You
never
know.
spent one dime of his contract money.
Yeah, that is
Wow.
smart.
how the fuck did he survive? Where's his
Endorsements.
other income?
Oh yeah, they make
He
a
made
lot.
bank off of endorsements. And
Yep.
Oh, duh, yeah.
So he
yeah,
made,
yeah.
he lived off of all of his
Alright,
endorsements,
but
and
he's
then
smart. I'll give him that.
He's living off of his AARP commercial money now.
He's not that old yet.
he is an ARP.
Tom
isn't he?
is, probably.
Yeah.
Patty's up there. No, he's in the 40s. He's not 50 yet, I don't think. Is he? No.
But Gronk actually was on the ARP.
Yeah, no, he is
Yeah.
currently. Like that he's in those
Wait, for
commercials right
real?
now.
Yeah, for real.
yeah. He's
I forgot about
No
that.
way. I didn't know he's that old.
He's not.
No, he's not. He's trying
he's
to
trying
get,
to get on ARP.
Yeah, he's trying to get on it, but they won't let him because
He's
him
too young.
Well, that and none of his family members are AARP members.
Oh, really?
And that's the only way you can do it is if your
Oh,
family members are members. So he's like trying, and then
That's
they're
really
like,
bizarre.
yeah, and then they're like, well, what's
Why
your?
does he want to be on it so bad?
It's a commercial.
Yeah.
They're just selling it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so they're like asking for his ID number, and he gives them like his actual football jersey number, and they're like,
Oh, got it.
I think it'd be a longer number than that.
Sweet.
No, I think those are good dedications.
Yeah, definitely good dedications. Those are 2 possible goats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should we let you guys say our exit for us?
Well, is there?
The Peace Bewitches?
That's what.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, you guys should say it.
you
Okay.
guys already took it from. Well, first before we say goodbye, do you guys plug anything?
Do we have what?
You guys want to plug anything?
Oh, what do we have to plug? We have, well, yes,
Where
we
people
have
can.
our episode with you guys, obviously, and we are seeking sponsors. Any and all sponsors. Just kidding. We're
Same.
not that desperate, but no, astrology week after you guys. So for those of you who like and love horoscopes, like myself, or
Nice.
those of you who like to make fun of them, like my partner, tune in. Tune in.
So
And secret societies. We're gonna do
Ooh,
secret societies,
nice.
which I think would be a cool one.
I like that. Those are going to be good episodes.
Where can our fans find?
Yeah,
you,
I think it'll be
find
fun.
you guys? Where can our fans find you guys?
Oh, find us? Okay, we're on Instagram, Facebook, or easiest thing is bewitchedbanter.com.
Perfect.
And you'll find all our episodes, and we got a lot of stuff.
Perfect.
Like we have covered psychics, tarot card reading, ghosts. It's kind of endless.
Soulmates.
So if anyone's interested in spooky, supernatural, or I'm not a believer, and I'm even on the show, or if you like to listen to someone who's a little bit cynical, you can check us out.
It's a great podcast, guys.
Absolutely. And what was I going to add to that? Sorry for that. I'm adding no value right now. My brain just shut the fuck down.
Cool story, bro. Cool story, bro.
I have something in it. It's just literally, I saw the thought. You know, this ever happened to you? It just flew out of my mind, and I was like, don't know what it. That's it. That's a wrap for me.
No, that's
Is that your version of promoting us?
No.
You guys
Oh,
realize
I know
you're
what I was
you're
gonna do.
collaborating with the stupidest podcast, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good.
you're fitting
all,
right
you're all
in.
good.
Well, for your guys,
I'm tired, all right? It was a late editing.
Yep.
But yeah, no, and obviously we're on anywhere you listen to podcasts, so Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, and I mean I don't even know who the fuck listens to podcasts on Google, but we're everywhere. We're
perfect.
there, and what I was gonna say came back to me was we love to and would love to hear story ideas or topic ideas rather from fans. So like shoot us an email anytime. bewitchedbanter@gmail.com, and we'd be happy to cover your topic if we haven't already covered it, or even a new take on it.
Perfect.
And if you're old, you can ask your Alexa device to play Bewitched Banter, because it told me the other day that's how someone listened to our podcast.
Nice.
Oh,
I thought that was
That's
that was
sweet.
funny.
That's
I
really
wonder who
cool.
it
That's
was.
clever.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're gonna have to use that.
Probably the
Let's see if we
60
can
plus
try that.
crowd.
Yeah, I don't know if we've had one yet or not.
Oh.
That's
So
cool.
you
What about you guys? You want to plug anything?
yeah, for your listeners, you guys can find us on Facebook, Netflix, or
Netflix. We're
We're
on Netflix.
I
now.
wish we were on.
Why
Can you
not
tell that it's
follow?
late at night already?
Where is
We're on Facebook.
You're not gonna find us on Netflix, but you're gonna find us on www.
Someday.
Dot
Well,
the
let's do all our other ones for Twitter,
Instagram,
Facebook,
Facebook, Hulu.
Yeah. I wish we were on
We're not on Hulu or
No.
Netflix.
Someday. That's about it.
www.thestupidestpodcast.com.
Yep.
Again, we kind of want to do the same thing. If you guys have any ideas for us, any questions you might want to hear us answer or ask the other person, you can always get us at thestupidestpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we had
We'll
such
have
a
to
good
do-
time, you guys. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
this was
do
a
it again.
blast.
Yeah, this was really fun. And if you guys even want us on your podcast just alone, that'd be cool too. I love that kind of stuff. I've been listening to you guys, like I
Yeah.
said, while I was walking around the Mall of America today, and it was a great time. So,
And I have
Which one were you listening to?
oh, well, I was listening to a few of them. So I started on Soulmates, and then I got to
Oh,
your
yeah.
most current, and then I went back to the first episode, and now I'm going to watch all the way through. So
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank
Love to
you
hear it.
guys.
Yeah.
You guys
thank
have
you.
been our biggest fans, honestly, since day one. So
I haven't
we
missed
owe
an
a lot to
episode.
you, and we're happy to have you on anytime. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was nice to have different voices too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
My old bitch of a partner. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. Shade tonight. No, it was super fun. So, yeah, thank you guys for even allowing us to be on your airwaves, your pod waves.
absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Anytime. You guys
Yeah.
are always welcome.
Definitely, we'll have to do this again
Absolutely.
sometime soon.
For sure. Well,
Oh, wait, we want you guys to say peace be with
that's
us.
what we're waiting for you guys to.
Yep. Ready? Are we all saying
Ready?
it at the same time?
No, you
Sure.
do. Oh, are we on all four of us?
Sure. Ready?
Yeah.
Peace,
be
bewitches.
Peace,
Wait, wait,
bewitches.
That was really good. We're really good at that.
We're in sync.
Yeah.
Peace, bewitches.